Like my story?
No, not your story, a story. Since you can't keep your mouth shut long enough for me to read my paper, tell me a story.
I don't think I know any stories.
You don't know any stories?
No.
All right, I'll tell you a story. This is a newspaper, right? It's 90% bullshit, but it's entertaining. That's why I read it, because it entertains me. You won't let me read it. So you entertain me with your bullshit. Tell me a story right now. Go.
My fault, my fault, my fault, my fault. No audio. Oh shit. I have a habit of doing that because I was going on and I was eating. My fault. Yo, fight fan, thank you for tuning in here. Another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I'm always your host, Edwin, where the wall fights start.
Round one.
Let's start that over. Yo, my man. Yeah, I know I try to reach out to you. And but don't no worries. We'll hook up on another time or whatever. We locking in here at this UFC fight card because very interesting enough, we got Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, and Conor Benn on the UFC stage. Fit. That ink didn't even finish drying in the contract that Shakur Stevenson signed, and Dana White already had him on stage because you're property of Dana White. He's your promoter. So that means he invites you to a U. So this little war between UFC and boxing between some fans, right? Not all fans, but all of a sudden, some fans UFC's better, other fans boxing's better. For me, there's no, no comparison. It's boxing or nothing like that. I used to be a big UFC guy too myself, and I don't mind watching the cards, but I fell out of it for quite so many years. I don't know the roster like I once did. But I couldn't help but notice Shakur Stevenson, Conor Benn, and Ryan Garcia are not on the UFC roster. They're professional boxers. So why are you using them on a UFC Conor McGregor fight card? The UFC 329. In fact, I'm watching it right now. I'm watching Max Holloway come down to the ring with his son and his lovely wife. I'm very familiar with Max Holloway. I seen his very first fight in the UFC. Michael Bisbee. He's a character. Later I learned Michael Bisbee, he actually had like one eye and shit. One of the most brutal knockouts I've ever seen in the UFC, in fact, was done to Michael Bisbee. Yeah. What was that white dude's name? He was like all American. Whenever he walked, Dan Henderson. Dan Henderson was his name. You ever hear that song? America. Yeah. Every time I see that man, I just hear the song in my head. He's like he's like all American, man. I try to tell you, man. Dan Henderson. He had one of the strongest punches I've ever seen a human deliver. That's in mixed martial arts or boxing. I don't care what you put on Dan Henderson's gloves, hands, 8 ounce, 10 ounce, he gonna knock you out. He got God given knockout power, one punch knockout power. He got the kind of power that'll shatter your face. He hits like that. Dan Henderson, big puncher, bro. He knocked the shit out of Michael Bisbee. Knocked him out. But we're enjoying this little UFC fight card. Might as well, right? Paid for it. I'm downstairs in my living room, right? And I'm going over like watching it like the weigh in and everything on YouTube on the big screen. So my wife is sitting there, my daughter, because I was downstairs and she's seeing it and everything. And I'm playing. She's like, Conor McGregor fighting. I was like, yeah, it's been 5 years. She know I used to like watch Conor McGregor fights. In fact, I got a UFC belt, a replica of Conor McGregor's belt. Because I was like, he was the shit at one time. I can't front. He had some. Here, I'll show it to you. Hold up. Yeah, I got the original UFC belt. The original one. How's it go like that? Bam. Like that and shit. It's got the buckle in the back. Like that. Yeah, this was the ones that Connor was winning until they changed it. I like this one. You know what I'm saying? Got like that WWE Ric Flair look. That's why they got rid of it. Because you know where they stole the belt from. But it became the UFC belt and shit. So that was a cool one and shit. I also, you know what I'm saying? I went through my little wrestling era. This one was my brother's. We got Stone Cold Steve Austin's, Rattlesnake. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, I get crazy. I put this on. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's some that be some shit. Hey, yo, let's go in the room tonight like this. Want to shout at the champion? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I got all kinds of belts. WBO, IBOs up there, and then them four right there. But I'm not gonna get the ring. I'm not gonna get the ring. Yo, I already can hear Frontline. Show him the super belt. Show him the super belt. I bet you Frontline. I can hear Frontline right now. Show him the super belt. Yo, let me hear, in fact, how my audio sound. Hold up, cause that shit is that man loud right there? I didn't even check to see my audio. I'm probably mad loud. It's probably breaking. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Let's see. Frontline, what you doing, Frontline? Ever since Xander lost, Frontline's been lost. He's been MIA. Is it me or is it? You know what I mean? I ain't saying nothing, but I know boxing took a little drip, dip right there and shit, but Funline been hiding out and shit. He told me something about a hurricane and shit that knocked off his phone reception and his cable, and that he had to transfer some money from his checking to his banking account, and that his dog had hemorrhoids and shit. And I was like, "Yo, Funline, bro, that sound like a bunch of excuses." Yo, Frontline, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Frontline, what it do? Oh yeah, I was checking my channel. Let me see what my audio sound like. Hold on. Cause I was like, yo, Frontline, where you at? Hey, yo, all facts. You crazy, all facts. All facts crazy. He make a video about Naoya
No one was
anyway.
ready for what just
Gives
happened.
him his
Signals
props, then
2.0
rocks
just
him,
dropped
then
and
gives him
keeps your
his
character
props.
consistent.
Like,
Before this,
I was confused as hell. Watching, what it do? Oh yeah, I was checking my channel. Let me see what my audio sound like. Oh, that's not bad. It doesn't sound bad. Yes, they did. What they do? Hey, yo, Frontline. Frontline. He showed up. What? Yo, Frontline. Hey, yo, Frontline. Listen. Uh, management would like to see you in the office after the show.
What you
Hey,
talk about hiding? I ain't hiding. I'm
hey,
here.
yo. What you mean, Heidi? You here
I'm
now?
here.
You here
I've been
now?
here. I ain't going
You
nowhere.
been here. You been here. Yo, Frontline. What it do?
Ain't shit. Watching a soccer game. I don't fuck with UFC. So
Yo,
England cheated and won today against Norway. I know you don't talk soccer or watch it, but that game was disgusting to watch. Hey, all y'all
you could
UK people, where Mr. Miyagi at? Y'all UK
you could
people.
talk soccer. We're fucking watching UFC. You could talk anything. It's anything go today. Like,
Where Mr. Miyagi at? England be cheating. They refs, they judges be cheating. They soccer players be cheating. Man, they got some shit going on over there. We gotta look into it.
what's going on? Can you hear the sound effects?
Yeah, I hear him.
Okay.
Hey, and then we got look at Ryan. Ryan Ryan ain't shit either.
What are you doing?
He said frontline live in Philly today or now. Nah, I ain't in no damn Philly. But this shit is ridiculous. There's a card going on in Puerto Rico, Universal Promotions,
All right.
and they're showing it on or what they're streaming it on Win Records Promotion or some shit like that.
Wow.
It's WYNN.
Mm-hmm.
They trying to charge like $6 for that card. It ain't even worth $3.
I don't know. But what I do know is I do know that your UFC just used 3 boxing stars to promote their UFC event.
Yep.
They would have did it without them, of course. But the fact that Dana has them, look at how he has Shakur Stevens them. I don't want to say like puppets, but damn it, what's this impression? I mean, Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn are supposed to be at each other's neck. They're up there on stage side by side, no security coming in between them, nothing. And you're supposed to be giving America like, yo, the Brits versus US slash Mexico, you know, um, when I see you, it's on. Here you are, buddy, smiling. Even Shakur, Brian, you want a piece of Shakur eventually. And you're up there. And look, Shakur Stevenson can say what he wants about claiming to fight the best. Did you see my video with the 2 little cats?
Yo, that shit
Did
was hilarious.
did you see it?
Yeah, Devin Haney looked up at him and he chilled the
He
fuck out.
he chilled out. He's like, "Let me sit my ass down." Yo.
Yo, let me tell you something. I don't care what anybody says. Shakur will beat the shit out of Haney.
Look, I gotta see it though, bro. I got to see it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I gotta see it. It's like, you like the WWE belt? Well, was it the WWE still then? Yeah, it was, right? It wasn't the WWF. Man, I'm really showing my age.
You got
You
to
know what I'm
show the
saying?
super belt. You showed every belt but the super belt.
I know you were gonna say that. I knew you were
You
gonna
it.
say that.
I started laughing, right? I started laughing because I'm typing, and then you came out and said that shit. I was like, this motherfucker.
Because I know you. Because I know you. You showed all the other belts. Why don't you show the super belt? I could hear it. I could hear it. I was like, yeah. Yo, listen. There were a few things we were talking about. What was one a couple of the things we were talking about,
well,
Stevens, this morning?
you was talking.
Go ahead.
Well, you was talking about the UFC, how they're using boxers to call it.
Yes,
Um,
to advocate our sport. Now remember, he used Ryan Garcia that fucking Oscar De La Hoya and Dana White can't be in a room for more than 10 minutes without going to each other's throats. They're still taking shots at each other publicly, little small shots and jabs at each other. Uh, um, um, uh, Oscar De La Hoya just did a video flipping them off, and he called him Uncle Fester. He just last week. And all of a sudden, Uncle Fester got your number one goose, your golden egg, up on his brand. Fuck, it's not even boxing. It's not even Zuffa. It's his fucking other promotion that personally has beef with boxing. And he got your golden boy on his stage advertising his fight. How'd you think that set? Did that sit well with Oscar De La Hoya? Has he made any video about Ryan Garcia yet? Because it just happened yesterday. Last night when I was watching the weigh-in, I made my video about it, and I miss Ryan Garcia. I only saw Conor Benn and Shakur. Then I quickly, I saw them on stage. I saw the weigh-in between Conor and Max, and I turned it off. I really didn't. I'm not like that on the UFC, so I just wanted to see what Conor looked like. He looked old. Max Holloway about to bust his ass. So I was like, okay. And then I saw fucking Ryan. I'm sorry, Shakur Stevenson and Conor Benn. I'm scratching my head. And I'm like, damn, didn't Shakur just announce this like 2 days ago? And they already got him up, man, pimping him out on a UFC stage? Because he's not recognized for being a UFC boxer. What is Shakur recognized for? Boxing. What's Conor Benn? What's Ryan Garcia? Combat sports. For as much as the UFC talks shit about boxing and now boxing this, boxing that, bro, you quickly went to our guys and had them on your stage. It didn't matter if nobody knew who they were. There's a couple fight fans that know exactly who they are that are going to tune in because of them. That's how shit works. They draw in their own audience. They bring their own. Where's that going to go to? To a UFC fight. Yo, Dana White ain't like, yo, that's a shot at Oscar. You don't think that's not a shot at Oscar? I got your Ryan Garcia on my stage. That's what Turkey money can do. That's what Turkey money can do. So, and then you're hearing reports today. I went on and I was reading. I'm sorry. In fact, Mike Carpenter, and he had a couple articles that he's been lately publishing and putting out. And one of the articles I came across, in fact, was the Duran Boots Ennis, right, situation. And another one was the fact that, what was it? What was the other fight? What was he saying? He was saying that, what's the other big fight that Oscar got? It's slipping my mind right now.
well, he got that Oscar Collazo with
No, no, no,
Sandoval.
no. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's another big fight. I forgot man, it's slipping my mind. It just se me fue el hilo right there. Um,
Is it
Oscar
one of
was
his
talking.
fighters?
I think it was with one of his fighters. Oscar was trying to say that he was going to put a fight together and everything
It's
because
not Schofield, is it?
no, because we already know what Sebastian Fundora is doing. Sebastian Fundora is fighting his mandatory, right? Josh Kelly has his fight, right? Okay. then what they're trying to do is get Duran Butenis a fight. Okay. Then he was also talking about damn it, man, I forgot what fight it was. He was talking about one fight anyway, and I wanted to touch up on it, but it'll come to me in a second. But yeah, I don't see that Bam Rodriguez fight happening anytime soon with Neo Inoue. By the way, guys, Neo Inoue also took to social media, and they're waiting for a big announcement. He's telling his fans that he's they that Ohashi, and they're hinting to Bam Bam Rodriguez. But like I said, guys, if you guys want an update on Naoya Inoue, I think it's true. You won't see him back in the ring until the beginning of 2027. I think he might ride out the rest of this year, which is, not like Naoya in a way. He would get another fight in, of
He needs
course,
the rest though with all them
but
headbutts and fucking
oh, shut up, bro. You and your shut up.
with
Listen,
all them
listen.
headbutts.
No,
He need a
no,
break for the rest of
no.
the year.
He needs a break because his last fights were some big fights, and he was really tested. He fought undefeated fighter, um, Alan David Picasso, which no one in his entire career was able to put him down. 100% of the fighters he fought did not put that man down, and neither could Naoya Inoue. He fought MJ, the number one mandatory, went the distance with that man too. Okay, then he fought Junto Nakatani, three-division world champion, undefeated, or up and coming rising star, which many felt that was gonna straight up beat up Naoya Inoue with his power. So he's coming off a lot of tough challenges, different styles. So Naoya Inoue
Headbutts.
does need a belt, and he does need a break. But you know, you say headbutts. What your boy do? Bruce Carrington do? How do you do? How do you do? Fail to fill us in with
I
the excitement.
I don't
Well,
know.
he must have knocked the guy out the way you talk about him, right? He must have
Box
brutally
shows he
knocked the guy
won.
out.
That's all I
How?
care about. Box shows that he won.
How?
I don't know. I didn't see the. I couldn't see the fight. I told you though.
Hmm. I'll look it up for you.
Look. All facts said Nakatani took the dive. Facts.
Yo, it says it right here. Bruce Shushu Barrington wins by 12 round snooze fest. Huh? Snooze fest?
All facts said Shushu
Yo.
got dropped. Shushu got dropped in that fight.
He didn't get dropped in that fight. Shushu didn't get dropped in the fight.
That's what all facts just said.
You're crazy. It wasn't a great performance. Even Tiger Johnson struggled that night. Remember, it was the same card.
I didn't see the card at all. I didn't see Abdullah. I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
see
you didn't see
Tiger.
Abdullah, did
I
you?
didn't
Bro.
none of them. None of them.
But I thought you saw his brothers.
Yeah,
Did
on
we talk
YouTube.
about that?
On YouTube, yes.
Yeah, we saw one of the brothers. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. I'm starting to remember now. But the second brother was
Second
it the
brother looked
second
good. The
the
second brother
second
looked
brother
good.
looked sharp.
The
Yeah,
first
he
one
got
looked kind of ass.
nah, he didn't look ass.
No,
He
I
just
said
got
kind
caught.
of. He looked kind of ass.
Yeah, but the guy that he was fighting, that was his style, that dude he was fighting was pretty decent. I mean, the second brother remind me of like Sugar Ray Leonard, but like like a real young before he turned into Sugar Ray Leonard. He was always kind of Sugar Ray though, even from the amateur. Sugar Ray was Sugar Ray, but he kind of reminded me of him a little bit. But the second brother's defense, and he corrected things fat good. Um, both. I mean, they both look great to me. But Abdullah Mason, shout out to Abdullah Mason. I had him in the fight.
Yeah,
Um,
ain't all facts. I did hear that. I heard Shushu
what?
got hurt to the body.
Oh yeah, he did. He did get hurt to a body. Yeah, they even asked him about that at the end of the fight, and he was like, "Oh, we take body shots, like, yeah, I remember that."
Yeah, I did hear that. I gotta go check see if I can catch that
Yeah,
fight.
he had a tough night at the office, but like I say to everybody in that fight with Shushu, ask yourself one question: if you were to take um shit Junto Nakatani and you put him in that ring with that dude Shushu fought, what do you think's gonna happen?
Shushu gonna
If you
knock.
if
Shushu
you
gonna
put
knock. Shushu gonna knock
if
Inoue the
you
fuck
put
out.
Shushu in there with Junto, it's gonna be a really great fight, I think, and I think Junto can beat him. And Naoya Inoue outclassed that man. So it's like these guys think that it's gonna be easy, but the only fear I have, honestly, is the weight. The weight, Joe. I think Naoya Inoue is actually maxed out. I really do. Um, that's it. That's the only thing. But let's say, if Shushu was to, hypothetically step into 122, he stands no chance. Like absolutely no chance. The only chance he has is that weight, his size.
Yeah, but Shushu
That's the only
struggling
thing
at
I worry about.
26.
Huh?
Shushu struggling at 26. He's
Yeah,
struggling
because
to make 26. He's too
right.
big for
So,
that
so
division.
he's too big. So that's what I'm saying. He's even that much bigger. So the weight is all he has on his side. Is that weight and the size. Okay, because I think going into the fight with them, even if Naoya Inoue went to 126, now mind you, he would be entering his fifth weight division for a belt, but that would actually be his sixth weight division. Naoya Inoue from the division he started, right? Naoya Inoue has belts in four weight divisions right now.
Yo, I was
Four.
watching. Hold on, Edwin, talking about Inoue. I was watching. I forgot who it was. It was somebody in your chat. In a previous live, they were saying Prime Donaire versus Prime Inoue. Donaire beats him. He beat Donaire after he was washed. That's what the dude was saying in the chat.
No, he didn't beat Donaire while he was washed. In fact, that was the best version of Nonito Donati. I am tired of people trying to write off Naoya Inoue's victory against the man and say that he was older. In fact, I have proof that Nonito Donati was still that man and he was still at his A game when he fought Naoya Inoue the first time. You know where my proof lies? If you remove Naoya Inoue out of that World Series of Boxing, who wins the whole thing? There's your fucking answer. Nonito Donati was in the finals. Who is going to stop him?
Yeah, but
He
that
went
doesn't
up.
change the fact.
Yeah,
That doesn't
no,
change
no,
the
it
fact.
does. It
It does.
does.
It does it.
100% does, Frontline. Yes, it does. Because if you remove Naoya Inoue out of that tournament, Nonito Donati walks out of that tournament with that trophy.
Okay,
No
I
other welterweight
understand that.
fighter. Wait, no other bantamweight fighter. You gotta understand that there was three belts on the line in that tournament. All the top and number one guys entered that tournament. It was the first bantamweight trophy that tournament had ever had. Naoya Inoue owns that trophy. And then my other proof that Don Nonito Domnati was still that dude and still in his prime. He was so good, in fact, that after he lost to Naoya Inoue, he went and fought an undefeated champion, the French dude. That dude was in his 20s. He was like 21, 23. He was young, undefeated. Nonito Donati stopped him. And then he defended the belt. The only person that beat Nonito Donati like that down there was Naoya Inoue. Shit, even now in his 40s, Nonito Donati is still competing for belts.
You're missing the point, though, Edwin. You're
No,
you're
I'm
you're, move,
not.
you're moving the goalpost. Prime
Listen, what I'm
Prime
saying,
Prime Donaire versus
he did
Prime
fight Prime
Inoue.
Donaire.
No, he did not. No, he did not. Pull it up. Pull it up real quick. What? How old was Nonito when he fought Inoue?
I
First
think he
fight. The
was
first fight.
34. Let me see. Hold
That's his
on.
fucking prime. Come on, Edwin. Put bias aside.
hold on. Prime is not measured by age. Prime is measured by the you got to the pinnacle of your skills. You would enter your prime. There's different phases in your prime. There's the beginning of your prime, the middle, and the end. And when you get a fighter like Nonito Donati, that in his prime, even if he lost a step, what he gains in experience, most boxers don't know how to do in certain situations. He might have looked, there's no version of Nonito Donati in the fight with Naoya anyway that you can look at the fight and say, Nonito Donati's age showed up.
No, no, no,
He
no, no,
looked
no. We're not
he looked
saying that.
vulnerable.
No, nobody is saying
Okay.
that.
Okay. So he fought Naoya Inoue at the best of his ability. He
At
lost.
that time. But that's not the best he's been at in his career.
All right, look, I'll give you that much.
Where was his peak at in his career? From when to when?
Okay, hold on. Oh shit, he just tagged the shit out of him. All right, hold on. I got him right here. All right. So the Nonito is he has a boxing record of 43 fights, winning 8 big ways by knockout. He got 10 losses and he got stopped 3 times. Nonito started his debut in 2001.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 25 years ago,
Yeah.
right? God damn, he's been fighting for a long time, man. All right, he loses his debut. No, no, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's they got this flipped upside down. I forgot about it.
He
So what was
see
the
all facts
question?
are saying Rigo beat Nonito in his prime.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. So when did that fight happen?
Hold on. I'm getting the Naoya Inoue fight.
I don't care
The one
about
that
Naoya anyway.
you said. What age was he when he fought Naoya
Okay,
Inoue? Hold
but
on.
when did Rigo beat Nonito? What year?
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What year did Rigo beat Nonito Donaire? Is that what you're
Yes.
asking? Okay. Okay, hold on. I ask you right now. Rigondeaux,
Yep.
2013.
Okay. So that's what 12 years into his career, right?
Uh,
So how old was he when he debuted?
how old he was when he
Wait, hold on.
debuted?
Wait. How old is he now?
Well, he's like 40 some years old. Hold on, but I can wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, we came here for one thing, and I just want to know one thing right now. The event right here, boom. I gotta look. How old were they? Because I want to know. Okay, so Donati event scoring bout. Let's see the bout. Boom, bout. Okay. Uh, Nonito was 36, and Naoya Inoue was 26.
So in a way was in his prime and
And
Nonito
Nonito Donaire had experience and was in
that
at the tail end of his prime.
it doesn't he was way past his prime.
Wasn't Nonito Donaire on the pound for pound list?
It Edwin, you're moving the goalpost.
I'm just saying.
No, you're moving the goalpost.
All right, all right. My answer is this. Look,
What I'm
prime no.
asking you,
Okay, wait.
Nonito
Wait. Let me answer
Donaire,
it. Let me answer it.
prime
I heard you.
versus Inouye prime. Who
I
wins?
heard you. I heard you. Uh, well, wait.
Doesn't matter the weight.
Yes, it. Oh, yes, it
Okay,
does
for
matter
shits and giggles, we're gonna
because
take it. We're
okay,
gonna
but
take it
hold
down
up, hold
to
up.
18, to 118. 118. What okay, let me ask you this. When they fought, what weight class did they fight in? Was it 18?
118.
Okay, so let's take it back to 118. 118 prime Nonito,
Nobody
prime.
beats Naoya Inoue at 118.
You're smoking Chris knows. Ryan says he ain't moving the goalpost, he's moving the field.
Shut up. Wow. Y'all some haters.
Nah, it's
He's not
reality
beating him,
though.
bro. He's not beating him. He's not beating him.
He would dog walk when he would Nonito would dog walk in a way. At 118, prime versus prime, Nonito's dog walking him. No leash.
See,
No leash.
see,
On command. Sit. He's gonna
see,
sit.
see. If you were smart, you would put the fight Nonito Donaire in his prime or whatever, and you would put a young version of Neo Inoue in there
No, 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 no. See,
in
that's
one of
not
those
fair.
fights.
That's not
And
fair.
that's the only way you would get it. But I'm telling you right now, the most dangerous weights that Japanese dude was in was 115 and 118. I really think there was really no stopping him um, in that division like that. Bobby Green just beat the shit out this dude. They gonna stop it. Bobby Green won. He came back. Wow. Wow. Mm-mm. I thought he was gonna lose. That's a good comeback. Mm. He doesn't beat no Donaire doesn't beat Naoya anyway. Um
You're bugging.
I really think that because when he fought
If
Naoya, listen, when he fought Naoya anyway, I gotta admit, bro, that was the best Nonito Donati looked like in a little while, bro.
let's go
He
to
entered
fight
that.
one, the first fight.
Yep.
Donaire versus Inoue, first fight.
Yep.
The very first fight, not the second fight. Not the second fight, the first fight.
Hmm.
Had Nonito been at his prime that day, and Inoue at his prime that
He
day,
was.
Nonito would have beat the shit out of
I
Inoue.
don't think beat
You
the
you
shit.
and I both know that.
No, we don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't think he beats that Japanese dude, bro. You just don't. I mean, don't look at Donati is like Donati is great, but all his toughest fights, like the ringing down, he lost them all. He never beat those kind of guys. And Naoya, in a way, is beat fucking those kind of guys. He beat the MJs. He beat the Junto Nagatonis. He beat the Stephen Kubo Fultons. He beat Donaire. He starched them the second time, and I mean starched them. You're taking that in account, like what he did to him in the second fight. Once he met you one time, I told you the second time was going to be worse. He took all his experience, everything. He's in the first round, bro. You were gonna gas out or be old and not in your prime. You at least got one round for your entire career. You fought one great round, and he went for it against Naoya Inoue, and Naoya Inoue parked him. He left him right there, bro.
Listen, the second fight,
Yeah.
Donaire came in with the wrong fight
Oh,
plan.
stop it. What? Listen, there was no game plan. Don ID went in there and he said either I'm gonna take your head off or I'm gonna get knocked out. Donati went in there in the fight.
That's
He
the
didn't want to
wrong
be.
game plan.
He didn't. What he said. I don't want to be in there for 12 rounds, taking an ass whooping just to come out and losing in a decision. He said, I already did that. I already did that. I already went to the war with the man. I broke his orbital bone. There's no stopping this dude. The Japanese dude is not gonna drag out into deep waters. He ain't gassing out. None of that. Nonito said, you want to know something? We're gonna get this over with right now. If Nonito would have caught that Japanese dude, I believe he could put him down. Maybe he could have stopped him. Key word though, you gotta catch him. You Nonito Donati got enough power to knock out Naoya anyway. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. You just gotta catch him. He literally went in there with Naoya Inoue and went right to the action in the first round. Yo, they were swinging bombs. You remember that fight, that second fight?
Yeah, I
Yo,
remember it. But I'll tell you one thing: if Bam goes up to 22, he's beaten in a way. Regardless of the last performance with Vargas, that he said he felt,
okay.
he felt
I tell
his
you what.
power or whatever.
I tell you what. If you put Bam Bam Rodriguez right now, right away, his next fight with Naoya Inoue, Bam Rodriguez don't make out of 3 rounds. He
You
don't make it out of 3.
crazy.
He doesn't make it out of 3. And
What's in that?
I
What's in
don't
that pizza?
gamble.
What's in that pizza, Edwin?
Yo, I don't gamble and I'm against it. But I can guarantee you one thing. I know a sure thing when I see one. And I know a fucking setup. You put Bam Rodriguez in that ring if you want to. The very next fight, no tune-up fight like you're saying. Put him right into with Naoya Inoue right now, right? I got Naoya Inoue under 3. He's gonna he's gonna stop him. It's
Yo,
gonna
what you
be
got?
brutal
What you
and
got in that
bad.
pizza? What you got in that pizza?
Mm-mm. Proof, proof serum.
You got them peptides in there, son. Got you talking aggressive like that? Yo, he's not gonna beat Bam Rodriguez.
Mhm.
Bam's gonna stop in a way.
Things like blood flow.
Peptides, peptides. You got that peptides, peptides. Keep me on your side.
Yo, drop the link if anybody wanna hop on.
Mm. Yeah, I'm done with my pizza. Yo, man,
Yo, for those of y'all that are into soccer or whatever, Argentina's up 1-0 right now.
they up.
Yeah.
Pizzagate. Yo, what's going on? I'm done with my pizza. Yo, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, Bam Bam Rodriguez will get stopped. I guarantee you. If you put him to fight with Naoya Inoue the next fight. He didn't even acclimate to 118. He's not even at 122. He's never fought with anybody with that kind of power at 122. He never fought anybody with that kind of power. You put him now, if you get Bam Rodriguez a fight or two, you find him a fight at 122. Now I'll retract that. I don't think he'll stop him, depending what he looks like at 122 from being right. Yeah, I gotta see that too. But if you get Bam in the right way, we got ourselves a fight. But if you rush him, if you're going off that last performance, what he had, that was at 118. You've never even fought at 122. Yeah, I got Bam. I got Naoya in the way stopping him. You're damn right I do. And I think he gets him out of there within 3 rounds. You're damn right. Bam Rodriguez is gonna go in there like he did his last fight, and he's gonna try to throw a punch. But we're gonna see how slow he is, how he did not look like Bam Rodriguez, how even when he was trying to get that burst, that dude he was fighting against, everybody and their mama dropped that dude once or twice in a fight. You just hit him, wow, he drops. Bam Rodriguez struggled with him, complained about his power, complained about his size, everything. You put that dude in the ring with Naoya Inoue, the guy that Bam fought. What do you think is going to happen to him in 1 round? I said it. 1 round. That bum, I'm sorry, that fighter does not make it out of there with Naoya Inoue. Nope. He don't make it out of the first round. And here's Bam going, how many rounds with you? Y'all better wake up and recognize that a fighter, a weight jump is the real deal. That's not easy. Shit, before Naoya Inoue made a weight jump, he fought 7 times in the division, 8 times in another one. He's fighting 9 times in this one before he makes another weight jump. And y'all want Bam to do it in one fight. The Japanese dude couldn't do it like that. And he's the best. He can't do that. But all of a sudden, here comes Bam Rodriguez, Mexican superstar. Let's talk him up. He can do it. If anybody can do it, Bam can. You're going to get that man hurt. You're going to get him hurt. Go ahead and put him in there. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk that man up. Yeah, Bam, you can do it. Bam's going to be laying right there. He's not going to stand a chance. He done got set up, took the payday. That's what you guys going to say. That wasn't Bam Rodriguez in there. He didn't look like himself. He was in there for a payday. That's exactly what Frontline's going to say after the fight.
Now I gotta
Frontline's
see the
going to
fight.
say,
I gotta see the fight before I can make criticism.
nah, I don't gotta wait for you. I already know. I'm gonna tell your excuse before you say it. Put
There's no
this shit,
excuses.
write it down, take a picture of it, because I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Frontline's gonna say no matter what happened in the fight between Bam Rodriguez and Naoya Inoue or Naoya Inoue and Shushu Carrington, when they lose, either way, I'm telling you right now, here at Round One Sports Talk, Frontline's gonna say they took a dive.
No,
They took yes, he is.
not
They
gonna take
took
it. That you want to
money.
know why? Because Shushu's gonna beat the shit out of
Nah,
Inoue.
I'm saying when he loses,
No, when?
watch.
That's the key word. When?
Okay,
What you gonna say when
mark my words,
when
guys.
Inoue loses?
Mark my words. Huh?
When
Well,
Inoue
who?
loses, what you gonna say?
Come again?
When
Say it to my
Inoue
face.
loses, when Inoue loses, what
Hey,
you gonna say?
listen, Frontline. Please, if you're gonna come on my channel, at least speak the language we can understand you. This crazy talk you're talking, no one understands. What are you talking in fucking gibberish or something? I don't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Inoue's gonna
But
get slapped by Shushu or Angelo Leo or Espinoza or the Heartbreaker
uh
if he moves up to 26. Now,
I'm gonna if
at,
anybody's out there can be a translator to try to translate this gibberish that Frontline is, I have no idea what he's saying. Like, don't
he's
you know what I
safe.
mean?
He's safe at 22. Keep him at 22. He's safe there.
Listen, let me tell you something right now. Before you toot your own horn and you talk up your little boy, your shoo shoo there, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, Frontline. The truth of the matter is this: you said it. Shoo shoo's looking too big for that weight division, bro, and you know it. You know
He
he's
is.
struggling to make that weight.
He
He's
is.
cooked. He's cooked. You know who he's gonna run into? Oshaki Foster. You know they're gonna throw him in there with him, right? We ain't beating that man. The little rug of the road. That's what's gonna happen to Shoo Shoo. Because now when he goes up to 130, he's done. He's done. Shit, he's gonna even have to fight. He might have to fight Kuda, Kubo Fulton. There's a lot of smoke up there, 130, and then Shoo Shoo's gonna be up there with the big boys. You're entering the glamour division. That's the first glamour division right there, 130. That's when shit gets hot. Your boy
Hold
is
up, Edwin. Yo,
your
Carcass.
boy is done.
If the if the link ain't working and you want an iPhone, update that shit. That's what happened to me. It wasn't working for a while until I updated my whatchamacallit, and then it started working again.
Oh yeah.
If you're on Android, I can't help you with that.
I put the link in again. I also put it so that the people can, if they're on a channel or something, they could share my channel too with them and shit. We're getting close on this card right now. There's been a couple decent fights on this UFC fight card. For all my UFC heads out there that are watching, um, one fight that I didn't think that the fighter that wasn't gonna win was what's his name there? Fucking the Australian dude there, Whitaker. He has like the tattoo fifth of the North Star on his chest. The Reaper Whitaker. He was a good fighter. I saw his run. I used to watch UFC back then, and I saw his run, man. But he was never the same fighter after. I think it was Yorel there, that bald headed dude, the big muscle bound motherfucker, right? He kicked his knee out, and Whitaker has never really been the same fighter after that. And then he did it to him the second fight because they fought twice. But Whitaker then loses his belt. Adesanya knocks him out. Last style bender, and then the rest is history. So he came back tonight and he fought, and he was fighting a big dude, that Russian dude. He's like 6'4", bro. When I saw them, like I was like, damn, they matched up Whitaker with a big dude. I was like, man, I thought Whitaker was gonna get rocked. He won the fight. He stopped the dude, and like he made him shun away, bro, from a punch. Like he quit. The dude quit. So that was cool. I watched that. And then Bobby Green just got the victory. He was all busted up and he still got the victory. That was cool to watch. I like Bobby Green. He's been around for a long time, little wild man, all tattoos everywhere. I like Bobby Green. Um then there was a couple other good fight. Cody Garbrandt, man, he was looking good though. He was actually looking good. Thought he was gonna quit. He had like his gloves in his hands when he take it. Usually UFC guys put down their gloves right there in the middle of the ring. Call it quit. I saw the gloves in his hand, but I didn't see him announce it. I walked away. Did he actually do that? But he actually looked good. He just had to be more with his defense. He got caught over the top. So Cody Garbrandt, shout out to you. Then John Jones had his boy in there. Had his boy. He looked good. He looked good. The other dude looked sharp, man. The dude he was fighting, that dude looked sharp too, man. Weathered the storm, broke him down, John Jones style, and took him out. And took him out. Yeah, man. You could see John Jones, like John Jones flavor, and his approach. He was kicking the dude's leg like John Jones used to do and shit. But it's gonna be hard to replicate a fighter such as John Jones. He's probably the greatest UFC fighter. Uh he's probably the greatest UFC fighter in the sense of, not losing, but he's not the best skilled fighter I've ever seen. John Jones is not the best fighter I've ever seen in the UFC. No. Mighty Mouse Demetrius Johnson is the best UFC fighter I've ever seen in my life. He's the best I've ever seen, skill wise. That can do everything: punch, jujitsu, wrestle, and was like had the speed and the gas tank, the ring IQ. He's probably the best. John Jones is the more dangerous. Yeah, I could add a few more words in there, but um he had this mindset that your skills weren't going to beat him. You can be better than John Jones in certain areas, but what he applied and the when and the where beat you. He fought way better jujitsu guys than him. He fought way better wrestlers than him. He fought better kickboxers than himself, better strikers than himself. If you don't know this, John Jones, in fact, I'm not sure if it ever happened of late, but I think he's like the only champion in UFC history that he doesn't have any walk-off knockouts like Conor McGregor, like Max Holloway. They knock dudes out like that, one punch, boom. John Jones ain't never knocked nobody out ever in his career. He's just accumulation of damage. Like he's brutal with it, them knees and them elbows. Like it'll be a combination. It'll be like a 4 or 5 punch combination. Then he puts you away like that. That's how he puts you away. It'll be like a knee boom, the elbow boom, then the dude folds, then he's ground and pound, fight stops. Yes, John Jones does that. That's what he does. But he doesn't have like that highlight reel where he like steps back, one punch, knockout. He's never done that. You know what I mean? So, but yo, man, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the UFC and some of their fighters and stuff. And uh they used our fighters tonight to advocate for them. And today I talk about a couple of their fighters to advocate for boxing. Combat sports is combat sports, no matter how you view it. If you're a combat guy and you like everything, a little bit of everything, shit, go for it. My wife, she gets a kick out of the bare knuckle matches. That's what she likes to watch. Bare knuckle fighting and shit. Yo, frontline.
Yo, you ever saw the power slap shit that
Yeah, that
that that
shit is
Dana White
crazy.
got?
Hey, yo, your boy fucking Chicago Kills is here.
What's up, Chicago? Where he
Hey, can
at?
Where
y'all
he
hear me
at?
good? Can
Yeah,
y'all,
we
am I
can hear you.
choppy?
Loud and
Am I
clear.
clear to you? Hey,
What's up?
What's
Ron,
up,
what's up,
man?
man? Frontline, what up, baby?
What's
Nah,
going
man,
on?
just been chilling, killing, gang banging, money making, all
Stop
that
you
type of
you
shit,
you're
man.
a working man. Shut the hell up. You're a
I'm a
working
white
man.
collar. I'm a white
You live
collar
in you live in the suburbs. Shut the fuck up.
in a
Yo,
big ass
gang banging.
mansion.
You're yo. Anyway,
Hey, Ron, what? I'm
Hey,
still on the
I
street.
heard I,
I still go to the
I
street.
heard Chicago Kills moved to Humble Park. That's what I
Nah,
heard. I
never
don't
from
know.
that
yeah,
side, G. Never from that side. Never from that side, nigga. Over here, 26th Street. Those shades.
Yeah,
ain't no
right.
Hey,
26th Street. He lives all the
bro.
way in fucking. He lives in like
Humble Park. He lives in Humble Park.
he
26th
lives
Street, Little
like
Village, Hillville. That's the one right there, bro.
right there.
Next
That's where
to
you live at.
next
Stop
to
it, gang
LA. That's
banging.
like the biggest Mexican populated. Mexicans run
Yeah,
Chicago.
you
We
don't
got
live
everything
nowhere near
in
there,
in
bro.
control and everything. We do
Your
shit.
neighbors
Everybody
are white.
fucking
Be quiet, Chicago.
Chicago Kills. He
rich.
moved in with the Bodies in Humble Park.
Nah, they wouldn't accept me.
Mm-mm.
G, we'll be boxing every day.
Yo, listen, his neighbor is a white lady. He goes outside. She makes him cookies every morning, bro. Ain't a drive by in
Damn,
sight. Shut
you
up, bro.
know.
Yo, listen. So how you
The
been, brother?
good
How you
life,
been?
baby. You know what, man? I've been all right. I've been cool. I've been listening to you, to everybody, to
Yep.
Two Tone, Ness, fucking Punch Drunk. I love Punch Drunk. He's a shit. And he be over there talking shit about Clarissa all fucking day. Oh, he's making 1 million a day off of shit talking Clarissa. Hey, but Clarissa, she be on some dumbass bullshit, man. Nobody really fucks with her, and that's kind of crazy. But I need to correct you, round one,
Yep.
because you said that John Jones never knocked nobody out. Now I know everything about UFC. I go back from the Diaz brothers, Nick and Nate, but
Yep.
more Nick Diaz. He's the one. He's the fucking true
All
fighter,
right. We're not
warrior,
going to
killer.
there. Just
But
stick on
Okay.
John
Oh,
Jones.
sorry, sir. Let me stay in line. Aye, sir. Yeah, fuck. But look, John Jones knocked out Daniel Cormier in like the fourth or fifth round of their first fight
Okay,
with
stop
a
right
head
there.
kick.
Stop.
With
Stop.
a head
Stop.
kick.
Stop.
Boom. And knocked him
Stop.
out cold. You got
Stop.
to see that
Stop.
footage, round one.
Stop. 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 Stop with the
Knocked him
lies.
out
First,
fucking
okay,
cold
if you're
cock. You're
gonna
going to have
come
to
up here,
pause me. You're going to have to
okay.
pause me, G.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to bring up
Crazy.
the fight now. We're gonna
Yeah.
have to go because we
Watch it.
gotta check
Watch.
out this guy's lives. He ended
No.
up.
Oh,
I can tell you this fight myself because I don't even have to look this up because you picked the worst fight, right? Because
I think he
I
even
used to be a
knocked out
UFC
Cormier
nuthead.
again in the second fight.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you right
Not a
now.
TKO, but a KO.
No, he
Straight
has
KO.
all three KOs. When he kicked Daniel Cormier, I'm gonna explain it to you before I pull it up, and I'll maybe
Yeah.
I could work your memory before you have me pull this
Because
up and
remember,
pull
you
your
said
card.
that
He kicked him in the head.
you
He
said
kicked him
never.
in the head. He kicked him in the head. Then Cormier spun around. John Jones chased him across the ring, punched him, punched
That was
him.
the second
He
fight.
went down. What?
No, are you watching the video?
No. I'll grab. I'll get it right now. Yeah.
It's the
Right
first
here.
fight. He hits him. He did something to Cormier, and then boom, he
It was a
caught that shit.
combination.
Nah, he got knocked out
It
in that one.
Bro,
That one he
it
got
was a
knocked out.
combination. The next one, he hit him with a body shot, bro, and
They
folded him
fought
like a
twice, you
lawn
know.
chair.
They fought twice, so that
Right.
might.
I'm trying to tell you. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Daniel Cormier versus John Jones, first fight.
Chicago mad because Mexico lost. They got eliminated from FIFA.
They got eliminated from FIFA. Is that what? That's what he said.
Yeah,
What is that? Why he's mad?
that's why he mad. Only two Latin countries left in FIFA is Argentina. They're playing now, and Spain.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yep,
yeah, yeah.
England cheated
I
today.
haven't even seen it right now. The fight, but I could tell you right now, bro. I've watched John Jones forever, bro. And I would just like you to show me a one punch knockout walk off where he ever punched somebody in the face. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's see. Let me get it right to it because if they're gonna copyright me, okay. He starts crying. Okay, boom, right about here. Here's your not so well
He
calling.
struck out already. He
He's
struck out
already shut
already.
down one already. Now let's go like this and let's put this number two and let's see what it says for number two. And number two, the second fight was right here, right? Okay. I can tell you right now, bro. He hits him with a head kick, spins him. Hold on. Let me see. Is this the first one still? Yeah, this is the first one still. My bag. This is still the first one, I think. Yeah, this is still the first one. Hold up. Come on, man. Where's the second one? They got the same trunks on. That's why I knew it was the first one. Okay, he's in the red trunks. He's in the red trunks. This is the second one right
That's the
here.
UFC uniform.
This is the second one right here.
That's the UFC
Yeah,
uniform.
yeah, yeah. But they fought before they had the uniforms and when he had the red trunks on. Then they started this uniform shit right here. So let's see. What'd you think Chicago Kills? You was gonna come up here? He left quick. Didn't you see that? He left quick. He's like, oh shit, oh shit. Then he started off the conversation by saying, round one, but I gotta come up here and correct you.
Yeah, you don't
Correct
know
me on
shit. I
what?
know everything. I know everything about UFC.
I know everything about UFC. You correct me on what? What you correct me on? No, hey yo, take it away. Read the chat right there. I gotta use the restroom. Hold up.
Nobody. Nobody in here. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? My peeps. Where y'all at? What we got going on? Come on, y'all. Talk to me. Talk to me. You know I don't do this shit. Like Edwin, I can't talk to myself. I feel stupid talking to myself. I feel like I need medication or something. Work with me here, chat. Work with me. And don't ask me no UFC questions because I don't know nothing about UFC. Nothing at all. Work with me, y'all.
Hey
Work
yo,
with me.
frontline.
That was
Chicago
quick.
Kills right now. He's searching the US the internet
He going through the
for
archives.
yeah to see John Jones knockout. He ain't gonna find him. I already know this. I've been
He
watching
gonna
him for
come
a
back
long
on though.
time.
He gonna
He
come back on.
Yeah, yeah, nah, he look real silly right now. Right now, he look real silly. Yo, round one, I'm gonna correct you. Really? You're gonna
I know
correct me?
everything. I know everything about. I know
You know
everything about
everything about
UFC.
UFC. Everything.
I don't know
Okay.
shit. So y'all got me
Okay.
on that one.
Yo, go ahead. You think why? Because I'm a boxing channel. I don't know my shit. Yeah, I watched those fights. Hell yeah, I did. I used to be into that shit, but boxing Now I'm all boxing. You might get me on some of the new guys now. Like I haven't been up to it, but interesting enough, I used to follow Connor. I used to follow Max Holloway. I respect them both. They were in a good point in UFC, and I'm checking out this card tonight.
All
Oh
facts
shit!
says
Oh, he's struggling. Yo, he's making. Yo, the referee's letting him fight. Yo, good refereeing. Yo, good referee. Yo, he was out on his feet. Go ahead. Say the chats. Go ahead.
all facts says Ryo Shakur going to be next.
Yeah, that's what they saying. I already heard that. Yeah, you're right. Shakur, Ryo let out that little video. I'm pretty sure that's what you're commenting on. That's
Well,
what
that's
I
all
got
facts.
too.
All facts has said that.
Yeah. No, no, no. But all facts. I'm asking all facts. The reason why he's saying it, I think, is because he saw that video that Ryo put out from Zuffa. And Ryo describing that he always wanted to fight Shakur Stevenson in his video. That's kind of what let the cat out of the bag for a lot of us. We took it with that. We were like, yo, if
So
Ryo's already saying that, so I think
so
that's what the plan is.
Shakur going down to 35 then, huh?
I don't know. And because yeah, you might be right because Ryo did fight under the Zuffa banner with the Zuffa shorts in the Zuffa division, right?
Yeah, he
With
fought De
Edwin.
Los Santos. He slept De Los Santos. We never talked about that fight.
No, he slept him. No, no, no. Talk about
Second round
fighting.
knockout. He put him in
Yo,
a fetal position.
talk about facing your fears and facing adversity, right? Talk about facing adversity. You're going in there with a guy that stopped you. He was the first guy that stopped you. Here goes Chicago Kill. He went and got some information. He's back. Chicago Kills is back. Here we go.
Play the
Chicago
music.
Kills, what,
Play the
what do you
music.
got for us?
Play the music.
What do you got
Violin.
for
Play
us?
the violin.
He's showing us clips of his one bedroom apartment. How sad everything is. Chicago Kills came up here, got dealt with. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm not liking. I think he's showing us a murder scene or something. I don't want to be involved. Chicago Kills. Yo, get it together. Get it together. Get your camera, your mic, get everything together, Chicago, bro.
All
You're
facts said
down
now.
bad.
I'm saying it because he got nobody to fight right now at Sufa. Plus, when he beat Edwin De Los Santos, he said he wanted Shakur.
Yeah,
When are the Haney's gonna come out publicly and say they're signed to Sufa?
I don't know. I think that's one of the ploys. They got a fighter such as Shakur to sign to Zuffa. The promise of a David Haney fight in the future. I think other fights for Shakur Stevenson, which he's looking, might be lucrative fights, or like Africa, Richard Hitchens, Rayo, the rematch with Edwin De Los Santos.
Yeah, but those are two
Shakur.
different weight classes. You're talking about 35 and 47.
I understand. I understand. These fighters can move around. They got the right to. If they can make the weight, sign the contract, then we got to fight. And if Zuffa allows them to fight in the other tier system, then they'll still have a fight.
Yo, have you been following Sufa at all? I heard
Yeah.
a I heard a rumor that Dana White opened up 168 for Sufa.
I'm still waiting on that. Um, I'll get more back to you on that. I'm not sure if that's real or if it's really from Dana, or was it a reporter answering a comment.
I think because Berlanga's fighting at 68. So I heard he
Yeah.
opened that division for Berlanga to stay at 68.
Well, I know that. Right. Oh, this is what I wanted to talk about that I just remembered too. I know that Dana White wanted to make the announcement at the weigh-in with the Conor McGregor and Max Holloway fight. He had them on stage because what he was going to do, he was going to announce to the world the fight between Conor McGregor and Ryan Garcia. That's what I wanted to tell you that I have forgot
Wait,
about
Conor
Oscar De La
McGregor or
Hoya.
Conor Benn?
Conor Benn. Conor Benn. I'm sorry. Did I say Conor McGregor? It's Conor Benn, but at the Conor McGregor fight, at the Conor McGregor weigh-in, when they weighed in, they had Shakur Stevenson, Conor Benn, and Ryan Garcia on stage at the weigh-in at the UFC 329 yesterday. They're at the fight right now. Conor Benn, Ryan Garcia, and Shakur Stevenson are in attendance in that crowd right now somewhere. Okay? And then yesterday they were just out there promoting the fight for Dana White. So Dana White was going to announce the fight between Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia, but that they're saying that, oh shit, he caught him again. They're saying that Conor Benn's side is all good. The side that's not good is Oscar De La Hoya with Ryan Garcia, that he didn't get the paperwork in time to them to alert Oscar that they're announcing the fight. So they're saying that Golden Boy dragged their feet because Oscar's smart. You think Oscar De La Hoya is going to give you his golden goose for you to pimp him out on your stage so that you can announce the fight? Or should I announce the fight, his promoter, Golden Boy?
Yep.
It's all a pissing contest. So, and then Dana released what you just brought up. Edgar Berlanga and them are going to be fighting in New York. He's hoping he would have everything, ironed out so when the New York card comes, he's going to have Conor Benn there and Ryan Garcia and announce the fight to the world at Edgar Berlanga and Richard Hitchens fight in New York. That Edgar Berlanga's headlining again, which is crazy because that's true. How many times do you get to main event a headline in your hometown, lose the fight, your very next fight is in New York in your hometown again? So once again, some of these fighters get second opportunities. Not many fighters get second chances to redeem themselves in that night, let alone in the same place, in the same city, like Keyshawn Davis did. They brought him back to the scene of the crime with Albright in Norfolk, Virginia, where everything went horribly wrong for him and he lost his belt on the scales. And these fighters got to recognize these opportunities that boxing is throwing them. They're literally giving you the opportunity to rewrite history. And sometimes the fight, look at Ryan Garcia. He loses to Rowley while Devin is sitting right there waiting for their fight. How much money do you think Ryan fucked up that day? How much do you think they left on the table? Devin must have been sitting there watching the millions just fly out the window.
Nah, that's bullshit though, Edwin, because that fight could still happen for
Listen,
millions.
okay, it could still happen. It hasn't happened yet. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying at the time,
That's because
at
Devin
that time,
ducking. Devin ducking.
at Devin ducking shit. Ryan, you didn't do your part.
When
Turkey
did
wasn't
that
going to
fight
pay for
happen,
you
Edwin? Two
losing.
years ago?
Yeah, but you're not. You're like avoiding what happened. Ryan dropped the ball. Then he
Yes.
took a layoff after that because he was embarrassed that he lost to Rowley. And he didn't do shit in the fight, and he looked like trash. Okay? And
Okay.
Ryan got his act together and went off and fought Mario Barrio, and the rest is history. But
Right.
I'm just telling you, I'm making examples that, oh shit, he beat him. He choked the shit out of him. He came back and beat him. Oh shit, that was a good fight. What a fight. What a
Your
fight. That
All
was a
Facts
hell of
wants
a
to know,
fight.
did Shakur vacate the WBO?
No, not yet. It's not official. I haven't heard anything on that. As a matter of fact, I don't know what tier system Shakur is doing. This breaks my heart, bro, with Shakur Stevenson, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said it. I forgot who said it, but they said that they showed a picture of Shakur Stevenson and his Zuffa equipment. Like he had the Zuffa gloves on and the Zuffa black trunks. And they said, look at Shakur Stevenson's picture. It looks like he's wearing his decision uniform. He's going to go to the. It looks his new foot gear is a decision uniform. He's going to the decision scorecards.
Yo, all facts and
Yo,
I came to the agreement that SUFA is the new witness protection program.
ah, I mean, look, let me tell you something right now. Yufa has been putting together some pretty good, decent fight cards. You
No,
know
they
what I'm
haven't.
saying?
No, they name okay on paper. Yes, good cards, but performance wise, they've been ass.
Well, I can't say that Edwin De Los Santos and Rio's fight was ass.
Okay, you're talking about one fight out of how many
Okay, but
cards?
if I give you something, you keep pushing the goalpost, and then you say I dragged the field. Look at this shit. Come on, guys. No. I'm not gonna say that all their fights have been great. I'm not gonna say that all their fights have been trash. No, I'm not. I'm saying that Sufa, they've been basically just buying our leftover stars, to tell you the truth. And they grabbed one or two stars that really um don't convince me anymore that they're about that life. Shakur Stevenson, you can say it all you want. You can convince yourself you're the best fighter in the world. No, you're not. You went on the Shannon Sharp episode, right? And you got in an argument with Unc there. And you kept trying to like drill it home. I'm the best fighter type shit. I did this, yo, Unc. But he never asked you about your performance with Teal. What he asked you was, why ain't you fighting the top guys? And you tiptoed around that question all interview. And somehow you got into it about fighting or wrestling fucking Shannon Sharp. Shakur Stevenson, you fight at 140 pounds. That man is like six something, 200. Bro, uh, I'm sorry. Like, Shakur, chill out. Like, you're not scaring anybody. You know, you tried to lead by intimidation. You tried to lead by uh um over talking, but what you don't lead by is by dominance, legacy, championships. Like, you're not leading like that. Like, okay, you got the four divisions. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But winning one belt in one division doesn't make you the man in that division. You beat Teal. That's it. You got one name there. One fight, in fact. That's it. You did do a good run at 130. I gotta give you that. What'd you do at 135? Would you do at 126? Would you do at 140? Like it's like Shakur, like, yeah, you had some, I mean, but you beat a lot of small dudes, bro. You got Oscar Valdez. You got these kind of fights that Shakur, you didn't fight Tank. You didn't fight Devin. You're not gonna fight Keyshawn. You're not gonna fight. Of course, you're not gonna fight Terrence. So all the top guys that came up in your era, you really didn't fight anybody but Tio. You fought Teofimo Lopez. That's a pretty decent scalp. I gotta give you that. Because I'm not gonna like just walk over Tio like he ain't nobody. No, Tio is one of the four horsemen, the original one. So Tio, he's got a pretty decent name of it, and that wasn't an easy win for Shakur like that. He made it look somewhat easy, but the fight really didn't tell the story. Tio
All
was over there
facts.
trying to mix it up.
All
Yep,
facts says Shakur fighting Ryo is moving backwards. Unify with Gary or fight Shockey. He told Shockey if he beat Ford, he's gonna fight him and duck.
that's another fighter. It's like Shakur won't fight Oshaki Foster. He's not fighting Tank. He's not fighting Devin. He's not fighting Gary Antoine Russell. He's not fighting like any of the guys that we deem, because we already know what Shakur Stevenson brings to the table. He brings a lot of athleticism. He brings good punch selection. He has a real good pull counter. He lives in the pull counter system. So he's going to pull counter you all night. So, you look at Shakur's style, and one of the things that can potentially disrupt that style is another slick American style with great athleticism, good punch selection, a great gas tank, someone with good power, that can able to be matched up with Shakur Stevenson. I can't tell you the last fight that I've ever seen Shakur Stevenson in, and I said, oh shit, Shakur's gonna lose this fight. I've never said that in a Shakur Stevenson fight. Even in the Tio fight, I had him. He's never been in that type of fight where I was fearful. Wait a minute, this is a 50-50 fight. Going into Tio, that wasn't a 50-50 fight on nobody's card. Nobody on planet Earth thought that was a 50-50 fight. But Tio's mom and his fucking girlfriend. That's it. So I've never seen Shakur Stevenson in a 50-50 fight. No. William Cepeda? No. No one. So, um, and then for him to go to Zuffa and claim that Turkey owns Zuffa, he also owned the zone. No, he doesn't, but according to Shakur, he does. That it's the same side of the street. If you wanted to make the fight happen, that will make it happen X, Y, and Z or whatever, right? And I'm like, no, you're not. It's not the same. When Zuffa signed with Paramount Plus, right? Is it Paramount Plus? And then
Paramount and and TNT
I thought it was Sky Sports
and Sky Sports for the UK.
for the
Yes,
UK. Okay. So now it's not the same thing, Shakur Stevenson. You can tell that to Shannon Sharp. You can say that to him on his podcast and see if he goes for it or the fans do. But no, it's not Shakur. We are not on the same side of the street as Zuffa, and you knew this. You knew this. You knew before you put to ink to paper. You had already knew the offer. They had already made you an offer. They already had a list of names. They had your future. This is what we expect from you, Shakur. We're going to pay you X amount of dollars, and these are the names. And he signed. He signed it. How could you say that any of those names were one, Tank Davis? Bullshit. You guys don't got no affiliation with him. No one does. But Al Heyman. Okay? So you can't agree. Turkey couldn't get Tank to agree for two Ferraris and whatever amount of money. Couldn't let him make him do it, right? Drove a cart, a truck full of boxing equipment to Tank's boxing gym for the kids. Couldn't even have a conversation with Tank. So they didn't promise you Tank. You can't fight yourself. Devin Haney doesn't admit he has a contract with them. Who did they offer you? I'll tell you who they offered him. Rayo, Edwin De Los Santos. Fighters like that. That, once again, Shakur Stevenson, he's never going to fight these guys. He's just stalling, promising you the next fight, not delivering, fighting a guy we never felt should be in the ring with you at this point in your career. Shakur, I know you've already proven what you need to prove in. What more does Shakur need to prove? By this point, he's going to ride out into the sunset with a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Promise, I'm going to take these fights, but not actually taking them. Who taught us this just the other day? Xander Zayas and Jaron Butsenis. Shout out to both those men, real warriors. One guy said, I want to fight. The other guy said, I want to fight too. Within a week, the fight was signed, sealed, and delivered. They were already doing promotions. It goes to show you if both fighters want to fight, nothing can come between them. Me and you, we meet here for 50-50 split. Let's get this fight popping. That's it. Devontae Davis never had a problem with giving guys 50-50. Devontae Davis gave the majority of his fighters, did you know this? All 50-50 splits until he got to the big time. What happened? What happened? You don't want these fights. You don't. Shakur Stevenson, not once but twice, was offered a fight 780 for all 4 belts. Brother, did you say all 4 belts? I would have fought you for free. But just make sure all 4 belts are on the line. Make sure my corner is paid and just give me a fucking cup of soup. I don't need no money to fight you for those 4 belts. Once I beat you for those 4 belts, my legacy is going to start. I'm going to get those 4. Did you say 4 belts? It's not every day a man or a woman gets a call to fight for 1 belt. You could box for 10, 15 years and not fucking fight forever. 1 belt. It's hard enough just to win 1 belt. 4 belts? Shit, just the fact that 4 belts were on the line. Win, lose, or draw, you gotta write my name down in the history books. I fought for 4 belts in 1 match. How many belts did you fight for? Win, lose, or draw, I still competed for 4 belts. He was offered that not once but twice. And you want me to sit here behind this microphone after he signed to Sufa and tell you what about Shakur? That he's about that life? That he wants all the smoke?
They promised him the super belt.
When have you seen him do that? He only fought fights he knew he can win. He knew he could beat T.O. He knew it. I knew it. You knew it. He only fights he can win. He knew he could beat Cepeda. He knew he could beat Valdez. He knew he could beat all these dudes, man. He's never tested himself like that. Not like that. No, no, no. It's always when it's the top dudes, for some reason, I don't know. Shakur's, he doesn't fight him. So, nah, I'm not convinced that Shakur's going to fight ever any of the guys. I think he's going to go in there to Zuffa, get the biggest bags he can for his name. I think Zuffa's going to cash in on Shakur Stevenson's star status. That's how they're going to recoup their money back. I'm not sure if Shakur Stevenson gets another knockout from here to the rest of his career. How about that? I think he goes the distance the entire rest of his career. He doesn't stop nobody.
Well, he did say in the Shannon Sharp interview
Yeah,
that his goal is to hit and not get hit,
yeah,
and he
yeah,
don't
yeah.
care.
But
In layman's terms, he don't care how boring the fight is. He wants to go home without going to the
yeah,
hospital.
and
That's what
Shannon
he
Sharp
said.
said you also got an obligation to the sports to bring the fans excitement and their money's worth. He also said that you have a job as an entertainer.
Right.
You're in a combat sport. You know, you if you want to still think that people will continue on a fight to fight basis, continue to support you on that shit that you're gonna go out there and do these decisions rounds and just hit without being hit. You know, eventually the fans, they're not gonna want to pay to see that shit. You will no longer be in a main event. You'll get one main event, and from there you'll go down to like 4 main events and shit, and you'll have to live off somebody else's name. Because people ain't gonna want to see that shit over and over and over again. Yo, that Edwin De Los Santos fight. Listen, I've said this before. Combined for all 12 rounds, the punch count for Edwin De Los Santos and Shakur Stevenson combined together, they threw 126 punches in the entire fight combined. Not Shakur threw 126 by himself. No, together. Both their
What's that?
numbers.
That's about 10 punches per round.
Listen, for instance, Subriel Matias and what's his name? Ponce. Ponce by himself threw 98 punches in the first round by himself, not counting Subriel's punches. Subriel's punches and his punches totaled up in one round, outpunched their entire fight for 12 rounds against Edwin De Los Santos and Shakur Stevenson combined. Bro, in the history of boxing, you don't want your name associated with those kind of records. Shakur Stevenson is supposed to be the this best fighter in the world, and his name is on that kind of record. You and your opponent together through 126. Together. Bro, people ain't gonna want to, bro, they're not gonna keep wanting to see that shit. I don't think Shakur Stevenson knocks out anyone. I don't care what weight division you put him in. He's not stopping none of the top guys. He would have to fight Edwin De Los Santos, some shit like that, and beat him. Now that Ryo starched him. And Edwin De Los Santos hasn't been looking good his last few fights and
He's been looking
inactivity.
sloppy.
He's been looking sloppy. You can attack him now, but what credit are we going to give him for beating Edwin De Los Santos after Ryo did that to him on a world stage? What credit are we going to give Shakur Stevenson even if he beats Ryo? Because Gary Antoine Russell already beat him. What credit are we going to give Shakur Stevenson for any of the names at Zuffa? Is it going to count in real boxing for us? Is that how that works?
Depends
I
on who
know
you
that.
ask.
Listen, I know you can go to Pro Box, Box Lab. You can go to some of these lower ones and fight and make your way up. But I always thought the goal was to get world championships. What the good question my man asks is what's going to happen to Shakur Stevenson's 140-pound WBO championship? Now that like okay, Teal's moving up to fight Rolly at 147 for the WBA. Um, so I don't think he goes back down. And it's interesting, like what's gonna happen with all these, like matches and belts and we saw what happened with Jayo Pataya and a lot of people. They're gonna give him the belt back. Who told you they weren't? I told you that belt is gone. He ain't getting that
Hey,
belt back.
speaking of that Roddy Teal, how do you see that fight?
Rolly Teal's an interesting fight, but I know why Teal took the fight. I like the new version of Rolly. Looks better, fundamentally sound. Doesn't look so awkward. Looks like he's channeling his punching, not just throwing his punches. He looks good, but unfortunately, Rolly's style caters to Teal's style perfect. I talked about this. I think like a glove, bro. I think that's a bad matchup for Rolly. I think Teal's gonna make him look bad. I think even with the new improved version of Rolly, Teal's so far ahead of him.
I think Roddy
You know,
stops Teal.
I think, yeah, yeah, I think you're crazy by that, but I can respect it. But like I said, like everything that Rolly's doing now, everything that he's looking good, that was Teal 10 years ago. Like the gap is so far. It's great that Rolly's starting to understand things about boxing. That's awesome. And it's great that he's looking sharper and better and putting his punches. That's great. Teal's been packing up these kind of guys for years. For years. The Cormier there, what's his name? Uh he's been packing up these remember at 130, what was his name there? When he won the belt.
Loma.
He knocked him out like yo, I'm telling you, that's like Rolly's type dude and the Sandal Martins of the world that T.O. fought. Even fighters like movers, like Jermaine Ortiz that TO fought. You know, and for you could say what you want about like the what was it? What was that dude that TO fought there? Uh
Not Jack Catterall.
no, not Jack Catterall. He didn't ever fought Jack
No,
Catterall.
not Jack Catterall. My bad.
He fought Josh
Josh
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
My bad.
Josh Taylor was a tall guy, but didn't favor Rolly's style. It didn't favor Rolly's style. But the Klagic dude,
Steve
that
Clary.
Steve Klagic dude, I think he did a couple things better than Rolly, but similar styles type fighter. What does Teal do great? Teal does great fighting off the foot and counter punching. In order to be do that, he's more effective with fighters that are forward fighters. What is Rolly? A forward fighter. He's a power punch. He tries to be a power puncher, and he's trying to be a puncher boxer right now, type shit. And he's trying to change his style. That favors Tio like a lot. And Esau Pitbull Cruz was just used for raw, ferocious hooks and power to beat Rolly. It wasn't more of like a boxing. He just used high volume and he overwhelmed Rolly. And once he had Rolly's head rocking, his head, he kept it spinning,
Well,
kept hitting him,
we know one thing
like
for
that.
sure. Tio at 35 was a problem.
Yeah.
Tio at 140, nah, his power didn't translate. Do you think it's gonna translate to 47? You're
Yeah, it
bugging.
could. It could.
No, it
I've
didn't
seen
translate
that
to 40.
before.
It's not gonna translate to 47.
That does not mean that. That does not
Rolly,
mean that.
listen, this
That's
was gonna
because
happen in that fight. You
Tiger
ready for my
Johnson,
prediction?
Tiger Johnson was not punching like that at that lower weight division, bro. And when he moved up to 147, he became a different puncher.
You just said it. He moved up and became a puncher. Tio lost power.
Well, well, he could gain some now. You
At
never
four, how,
know. You never know.
yo, the dudes
I'm
at
just you're asking
47
me
are
what
bigger. They're
he
gonna
might get more
resist more.
powerful. I don't know. Till's not a big dude like tall wise, stature wise. He's not per se like the biggest dude in those divisions. But yeah, he might have been in that weird weight where you moved up thinking you might have got a little bit of power, but the guys up there were actually bigger. And you might get up to another weight where it gives you that little bit extra that you needed to
Not
knock dudes
happening.
out again. I don't know.
Look,
But I'm
this is
not
how the
gonna
fight's gonna
say,
go. This is how the fight's gonna go. Teal's gonna get dropped
tell us.
early, early, right? But since Rody's been with Salas, he's been boxing better. He's been more patient. He's been more aggressive, and he's been putting his punches together. Look at what he did with Ryan. Now with Tio, he's gonna drop him early. Then he's gonna drag him to deep waters, and between 8 and 11, between rounds 8 and 11, he's gonna stop Tio.
Yeah,
If
yeah, blah, blah.
if Tio don't get on his on his bike, mark my words.
Your boy Rolly's going night night. Tio's actually probably gonna stop him.
Hey, I said it here first on Round
All
One
right.
Sports Talk.
We'll see. We'll see.
Rolly is stopping
He's still
Tio,
not punching, but Rolly is what?
but Rolly's patient. And then he said Sander beat Tio and dropped him. He lumped Tio up. That is true. Jason
So
agrees. He thinks Rolly beats Tio.
look, I think you guys are prisoners in the moment. Y'all
Nah,
seen the new version of fucking, you guys are the type of guys, right? That came and brought you a Corvette, but the motherfucker had rust, paint was chipping, looked real bad, but it had hot rims. You didn't want the car. You said the car looked like shit. You didn't want it. And all of a sudden, I take the car and I get a nice shiny coat of red paint to put on it. come back with the shiny rims it already had. Now you want the car. Now you want to buy the car off me because I went and got a paint job. You know what, man? That's the same old car. It's the same old car.
And we're getting the same OTO.
And all you getting is Rolly. He's
Hey,
that
check
same
it.
fight.
Hey,
What happened
I'm
with your
gonna take it
boy?
a step further. I'm gonna take it a step further. You ready for
They
this?
put some paint on Rolly. That's it.
Nah. You ready for this? The corner's instruction. Come on. Get this guy the fuck out of here already. He's a fucking bomb. Come on. There you go.
Hey, yo, don't forget to hit that like button. Reach down and hit that like button as we sit here and hear Frontline try and tell us why he think Rolly is going to be Teal.
Rolly's gonna knock Till the fuck out. Apuntalo.
Hey, yo, listen, stop it. Stop it.
Apuntalo.
Listen, Rolly's, I don't know, man. I think he gets stopped in the fight, actually. We'll see what's going to happen. But I like that fight. Um, I think it was a cool fight. You know, it's two. Rolly's been around the block. He's been in there with Ryan. He's been in there with Tank. You know, um, he's got one win on one of them. Ryan's got, he's got the loss with fucking Rolly. He's got the loss to Tank, and he's got the no contest with Devin. you know. So Ryan Garcia, he needed one of those big names. I mean, Mario Barrio is okay, decent champion. I don't think a huge name and the fact of like the face of boxing entails, but like a Tank or anything like that. But you know, um, it'll be a good fight. Look,
And write this down too. If Ryan and Haney 2 happens, Ryan's gonna beat the shit out of Haney this go round.
I
A
don't know
lot
about that.
worse than the first ass whooping he
I don't
got.
know about that. I don't know. I don't think Devin
Apuntalo.
Haney sleeps on him. I think there was a lot of things
Apuntalo.
that came into to play there. Look, I think that Ryan's just bigger. When I saw them in the ring, I was like, Devin Haney's skills ain't gonna be able to match Ryan's tech hook and his speed. Ryan, he's just big enough to walk through Devin Haney's arsenal. But I got to admit, it took a lot of factors to beat Devin that night. And one of them is Devin underestimated Ryan, point blank, period. He underestimated him.
No, I think he underestimated his speed. That's what it
Well,
was.
yeah, but Devin didn't even look like Devin Haney, not even physique wise, which means
Yo,
like,
not
look,
Nas, I got one for you right here in the chat. He says Teal can't beat Ryan. What you think about that fight?
he might not be Ryan. Ryan
So what
might
makes
be
you
too
think he
big
gonna
for
beat
Teal.
Rody?
He
Rody
might.
way bigger.
Okay, here's the problem. Here's the problem. You guys are crazy. You guys are not taking their styles into account. Ryan is a better outside fighter, more snappy, speed, and power. He can lure you in and hit you with that check hook from anywhere. It's a very dangerous punch. That check hook goes two ways, to the body and up top. If he doesn't hit you to the top, he's gonna hit you to the body with that same check hook. It's a lot of damage. The problem is Ryan Rowley doesn't have that. He doesn't have that speed. He's coming forward. He paced Tank Davis. He walked into that punch. That's Rowley. He walked into those shots with Isa Pitbull Cruz. He kept going forward. It's not the same fight with Ryan. The reason why I think Ryan would do better, right, is Ryan's a different fighter. Ryan was worked the 1-2 over right. You saw he's implementing that straight right now too with the check hook. Ryan got real good speed. Rolly is using forward aggression and power. And his last fight, he was showing that he was being a bit more patient. Then we learned when he himself started talking, Rolly, they said, Rolly, your defense was great. You stopped the check hook. He says, to be honest with you, the only reason why I had my hand up because my shoulder was hurting so bad, I was gonna call the fight. I had a whole bunch of fucking rubbing agent on it, fucking trying to numb my shoulder. And the only way my shoulder felt good if I put my hand up here. So when we went back and learned that the defense we gave him so much praise for was actually because he didn't want to feel pain in his shoulder. Then he went and he hit Ryan from the angle of his shoulder, the only way he could punch. Because had he been forced to stand in the pocket and throw the punch straight, there would have been no power on it. So he basically just clubbed Ryan. And Ryan was so out of shape with 1 year inactivity coming off that biggest payday and all them drugs and women, that young man, when you just gave him a year layoff of work with all the money he just gained, what do you think he did for that entire year? I expected Ryan Garcia to come back and look bad, but I knew he was going to get blamed for all the steroid and PE accusations coming off that Devin fight. I knew he was going to get a lot of criticism, right? And he was going to maybe look bad. I didn't think he was going to look that bad. He literally shied away from Rolly. From that time that Rolly put him down, when did Ryan engage after that? I don't remember. I kept seeing him just going backwards. And it
That's what
went
Teal
to,
gonna look like.
it showed in Ryan's preparation. It showed in it. He wasn't ready. Then Ryan Garcia's very next fight was against Mario Barrio. Tell me, does the Ryan Garcia that fought Mario Barrio, does Rolly beat that version? I don't think so.
We'll have to see
Rolly
it.
doesn't beat the Ryan Garcia that beat Mario Barrio.
We have to see it.
He doesn't beat him. He doesn't
Hey,
beat that version.
outside of the
You
topic,
we'll see. We'll see.
you heard about the Ojo Santiago controversy?
What's going on there?
Apparently, him and Yomi are going at it.
Okay.
They can't find him a fight to save his life. So what he basically said was he wants a release from Fresh Production because Nestor Bravo's fighting Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Subriel's got a fight possibly in September. Excuse me, on the same card as Nestor Bravo,
Right.
but they can't get Ojo a fight now. He was over on Cesar Seda show, and Cesar, you know how he likes to start up controversy and shit like that. He said, "What if Yomi offered you Subriel? Would you take it?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll take it, but the fight's gonna be in his office, and I want Yomi to be the ref because if he gets, he's gonna get a couple shots too." So he was going at him pretty hard. You know what I'm saying? Um, but in lamest terms, he asked for a release if he can't
Wow.
get a fight. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but it's not looking good for Ojo right now. But I'm sure he'll get picked up by somebody. Somebody want to pick him up. Then they asked him the question, "Yo, I mean, not the question. He even told Pedro, the manager. He said, if you can't find me a fight at 40, give me a fight at 47. Either way, it don't matter. He'll take it. I can't blame him for his frustration. I mean, regardless of what happened with the Henry Cedeño fight, it didn't go through.
Right.
But when was the last time he fought? He hasn't fought in over a year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I understand his frustration. You know what I'm saying? He wants to fight.
He still has like that interim WBO belt or whatever it was.
That's
Right.
another thing. He was ranked number one in the WBO.
Right.
Then they bumped him to number two and they put Keyshawn up there. And now he's ranked like number nine.
Really?
It's some funny shit going on. But you know how it is, bro. It's all politics.
That's crazy.
And I feel
So they
bad for him because
they took his ranking basically,
Yeah, they dropped him down to number 9.
without a fight, Mm. without losing a fight. Wow, wow, that's crazy. Mm-mm.
He wanted the Keyshawn fight. He wanted the Devin Haney fight. He wanted all those fights, and they couldn't get it for him.
Yeah, so why doesn't he fight like Rohan Polanco or somebody like Tiger Johnson or something?
He's with it.
Take put him. Rohan Polanco needs a decent name, a decent opponent, and I think they both got similar names and weight. Rohan and
Well,
Ojo. I
Rohan's at
mean,
47, Ojo's at 40, but
I know, but you just told me he'll
yeah,
take
he
a fight
said
at
he's willing to.
47.
And
That's what you
Cesar
just
asked
said.
him.
Yeah.
Cesar asked him,
So I'm just
would you
throwing
take
some
a fight?
names out there. Yeah.
Would you
I
take a
mean,
fight with Rohan Polanco?
yeah.
And he said, I'll take it. Will Rohan take it though? That's the question. So we'll see.
Look at
We'll see.
Berlanga versus Butler Sunday, July 26th. Sunday. So who's fighting on Saturday? That they're because Zufa's taking over Sundays.
Which that's not a good look. They should take over Friday night fights. That's what they should
Oh
do.
shit, Corey's Matt Sanhagen lost that fight. Wow. Anyway, so what? Hold on, look that. I gotta look that up right now.
You got Flores versus Navarro on Pro Box, and then you got Pacheco Aline on Saturday.
Is that the 25th?
No,
Pacheco Alim?
that's this week. My bad. My bad.
Right.
Okay, so the 25th you got Spence versus Zoo,
That's who it is. That's who it is. There you
and then
go.
In Riyadh you got Anthony Joshua against Prenga. Then on Sunday you got
Pringa there.
Berlanga versus
Who the
Butler.
fuck is Pringa? Who the hell is Pringa, bro? Have you ever heard of that guy?
Nah, it's the
Have you ever
comeback.
watched him fight?
Christian Prenga.
Mhm.
I don't even know who Prenga is. Never heard of him.
Well, it's you want Ed Hearn's gonna want AJ to get a fight to come back to boxer shape. Um, you know, uh it's no secret he was in a car accident and he lost two close friends. Uh so so you're gonna want to see exactly where his mindset is at and everything. And he already it's gonna be tough for AJ, but not anymore now, not come to think about it, because all those
Spe-
belts
s-
got scattered in the
s-
division, right?
Speaking of heavyweights, Joe Joyce quit today.
He did. That's great. That's great
11th
news.
round. He said no mas.
Oh shit. You mean he got stopped?
No, he said no mas. He didn't get stopped. He stopped himself. He said no mas.
He needs to stop boxing. Joe Joyce needs to pack it up.
And if you get a chance to watch that fight again, bro, you ever you ever seen Mike Tyson knock out on Nintendo on regular Nintendo?
Yeah.
You remember? You know how that shit was like 2D. It wasn't even 3D. It was 2D. And how the boxers used to throw their punches like mad slow.
Yeah.
That's how they were. Hey yo,
Joe Joyce fight.
any wrenches in the chat? Delete that message with the advertisement for the UFC, please.
Yeah. Come on, dude. Are you serious? Yeah, he's got to stop fighting, my man.
He said no mas.
Damn, won't play. Maybe because I got too many things playing, but hey. Yeah, get that out of the chat, guys. Man, listen, Joe Joyce is just he fell off big time for me, and I don't want to see him get hurt. I think that he should just pack it up right now. All right, we got one. I think we're at the co-main event here. I think this is Patty the Batty. He's about to fight this dude, Saint Dennis. Saint Dennis. Just in case for any of my UFC heads out there that are watching this fight, what the hell is that in the corner? Got some advertisement.
Argentina, Switzerland tied up 1-1.
Are they?
Yeah, man.
Damn, I don't want to drink another one of these things. I think it's gonna get me fucked up. I got a cooler. My wife brought me. It started off with a 6 pack,
Yeah,
but yeah, she brought me from the pool party I told you about,
yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah, check it out, right? These sodas, right? I don't want to put the name or whatever. I guess I don't know if I'm advertising or whatever, but they uh they 5 milligram THCs. See there? 5 milligram THC.
Yeah.
So it's 12 ounces. So sodas and you get twisted. You get twisted.
You had one already?
I had four already. Them shits is mad good. Yo,
So wait,
they
there's soda?
yeah, it's soda. It's but it's all different flavors. This is purple passion. Then this is see, and then like the other one was cola. The other one was orange. Let me see if I have a can here. This was blue res. That one. Then I have the other ones I drink, and I had them downstairs when I drank them.
Which
I
one's your
drank them
favorite
blue.
so far?
The orange one was they all dope. The Coca Cola one tastes like Coca Cola. It was mad dope. Then like this shit, right? This is like dab. You see that little bit, that little moco right there? You see that thing? You
Yeah,
see it?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. That little thing, that shit right there, right? That shit'll get you rocked, right? That's dab, right? You put it on dab rig and you smoke it. You just take out a little bit of it, just a little bit, put it in the thing. It's like hitting 4 blunts in a row. It's pretty strong, right? So we so she comes back home and she's like, yo, hold up, what's this? Nah, that's not it. Hold up. What's this one? There it is. Yo. She's like, I got you a dab one, right? And I'm like, all right. So I'm expecting like one of these because I she always gives me these, the little ones. Is this one? Look, 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 look. And then there's this kind, this one, like that. And then there's this kind right here, right? So that's them three. Hold up. And then this kind is like this, like that, right? And yesterday she comes up and she goes, we got the new one. I said, what's the new one? She's like, the 4 gram one. Damn, bro, that is 4 gram. Like, Jesus Christ. I was like, what are y'all selling this shit for? That's like 100 and some dollars, right? In one thing, like, that's 4 point some grams, bro. That's a lot of fucking, yo, you would get rocked with this. Like, twisted. I'm gonna give it to my brother. I don't smoke the dab like that. I'd rather just smoke flower. Like most of this shit right here, I'm gonna give it away. I'll give it to like my brother or like my neighbor and shit or something. I'll give him this shit. And then white boys be up there fucking loving me. They be seeing me coming because they be knowing I give them free shit. They be seeing me. They be like, yo, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I be hooking them up. And then, of course, like the tinctures and shit. This shit. You be
What's
like
that right
dropping
there?
this. You be dropping it in your tongue. Yep. And then what you want to do is take that and then eat one of these. These shits is no joke, bro. Um, and that's peach rings. That shit is fire too, bro. Oh shit! Look, here it is. It's right here. Here's the orange one. Here's the orange one. I already drank it. I've been rocking these things. I mean, yeah, I'm a different kind of weed dude. I'm not one of them dudes anymore like I used to be. Like 18, buy a little 80 and shit. This is pro life. I'm in pro life.
You went from the amateurs to the pros.
Yeah, I'm in the pro life, bro. Like, I get them shits. These come 10 pre rolls inside here, little miniature pre rolls.
Mm,
So I don't even roll my shits anymore. I just pop one out. Yeah, yeah. I just live a different life. You know what I'm saying?
just,
Pro
just,
life.
just, just levels to this, huh, dude?
Yeah, there's levels to this. And then when I just want to go like to here, pop that off. That's just fill right there. If I don't want it that way, I go up here to the shelf, grab this. That's in there too with weed. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is pro life, bro. It's everywhere. Like it just depends what I want to do today. Some days I want to. I'm favorite. Some days I want to roll some. Some days I just want to eat this. Some days I want to drink that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I do. Yo, here we go, bro. This Patty fight. Yo, that shit is packed. That shit is packed right now. They got this Las Vegas. You see, and that's the crazy thing about the UFC, man. They give so many fights, bro. Sometimes, it does. I could see where it gets you like your money's worth and shit. So it'd be pretty cool. But it just depends what you're into, guys. That's it. Really just depends what you're into. Because I like it all. But like I said, I don't cheat on boxing. I don't cheat on boxing no more. Just I watch boxing and that's it. And today, like I knew Shakur was gonna be here. I knew Conor Benn was gonna be here. I knew Ryan Garcia was gonna be here. I'm kind of thinking that they were gonna do a boxing announcement too on this card. I was seeing if they were gonna get some of our guys in the ring and do something like that because of what they said in the statement that they said and Dana White
Yeah,
said
but like
that
you
he
said,
was gonna announce it, but
but like you
Oscar
said,
didn't
Oscar,
allow it.
Oscar holding back.
Yeah, he didn't allow it. But Oscar don't can't allow it on that, but they got Shakur Stevenson now, and he can announce something. And that has nothing to do with Oscar. So long as Shakur was still there, I'm like, and of course, because Connor's fighting and shit, Patty and all that. I would watch this fight tomorrow sometimes, I wouldn't have stayed and watched this fight and shit, but I thought that Dana White was gonna pull something, you know, underneath his sleeve and somehow implement boxing in tonight's card. Because I saw them all, they were all on stage, and I just wanted to see how this played out, you know and where was this going? So if he couldn't use the Ryan, he still had Shakur, and let's see what happens. I don't know, because there's been many times where even after the fight, like let's say this fight card kicks off, then after the fight, in the same fight press conference, Dana White had other guys come up and talk about their fight. He's done that before. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't seem like Dana White got what he wanted to use our fighters, because he hasn't used them, I guess. Well, I haven't caught anything so far, but yeah, let's see.
Yo, Edwin, let me take care of something. I'm gonna hop back on in a minute.
Yeah. Go ahead. What he wants to do is he wants to go and grab his Conor McGregor UFC pillow. He doesn't ever miss a fight without it. That's what he does. Front line. Yo, front line. This the fight against Patty the Batty here. His last fight, he took a pretty good ass whooping. Oh shit, that's a big mosquito. That's a big mosquito. I gotta kill that. That thing's a bloodsucker. Is this gonna attack me all night? I gotta kill that motherfucker. And that shit is big. Patty the Batty got his ass whooped his last fight, bro. He was getting dog walked. Justin Gaethje beat the shit out of fucking what's his name there, the Spaniard, uh, Elian, uh, Porte, Elia. Elia was fighting good. I think that if Elia didn't take so much damage in that first round against Justin Gaethje, he didn't. It looked like he didn't respect Justin Gaethje's power, and Elia was going forward, and by time he realized Justin was cracking, he was hurt. He probably thought the worstest mistake in the entire fight is when Elia jumped on Jason Gaethje in that third round. Was it? Was it the third or the second round? It was one of them. And I think it was the second. No, I think it was the third. Yeah, my bad. It was the third. Because in the next round he got dog walk. He was he was tired. He was gassed out, and he was trying to stand in front of Justin Gaethje. He was trying to stand in front of Justin Gaethje and act like he was together. And Justin Gaethje saw that he was just standing there on fumes, that he was trying to recharge the battery. And Justin hit him with the 1-2, caught him right there, lovely. And Elio, that was just like the beginning of the end for him, right there. Um, but the biggest mistake for Ilya is when he tried to jump on top of Justin Gaethje after hitting him with some vicious body shots, and then Justin went down. Ilya should have backed off and made Justin stand up. If Justin couldn't stand up, they call the fight right then and there. He should have never jumped on top of Justin. Then on top of it, Justin's an all-American wrestler, right? It was gonna be tough to submit him. Ilya's trying to busting him up with some elbows and shit and drop ground and pound on him, but to no avail. He helped Justin buy time from them body shots. He literally saved Justin Gaethje and drained himself in the process. Ilya. And then in the fourth round, when Justin hit him with that bomb shot, that right over the top, that you saw Ilya like wobble. And then Justin it was just downhill from there. Then there was at one point in the fight, they wanted to stop the fight, right? And his brother was asking the doctor and all that shit. And they should have stopped the fight right there. They sent that man back out there, and he got his other orbital bone, I think, broken in that round. So both his eyes, he had him looking like a raccoon. His own mother didn't recognize him after the fight, bro. Ilya, he got beat the fuck up, bro. Like beat up bad. And nobody ever expected that for the dominance performances that man was going through in the UFC. He beat like legends. He beat Max Holloway. He beat Alex Volkanovski. This his run, Ilya's run, was good, real good. I remember he fought this Brazilian dude, this dark skinned Brazilian dude that kicked him in the head one time. And Ilya took that shot well. He got dropped in the fight, but he wore the kick well, and he was able to overcome and finish the guy. He actually knocked him out face down. A one punch knockout. Ilya can punch, he can crack. That Justin Gaethje fight was shocking, and it just goes to show you that Ilya Taportia there, he has a small man's complex. They tell him, "Oh, you got the little boy's belt," and that pissed him off, and he moved up in weight to prove to those guys that he's not so little, and he's up fucking around in a division he really doesn't belong in. He needs to go back down, if you ask me. But he's just fucking fucking around in a division. The Ilya does not belong there with those guys. Those dudes are too big for him. He can fight and he could bang with these dudes, but as you can see, them dudes are punching, and his small frame is not taking them shots well, man. Not by the big punchers. And a lot of guys did say this about Justin Gaethje, that Justin Gaethje, um, he's a real strong puncher. um, Dustin Poirier said that when Justin Gaethje punched him, his tongue went numb. And even the great Nurmagomedov said that Justin Gaethje hit him the hardest he ever been punched. Max Holloway talked about Justin Gaethje's punches. Oliveira talked about his punches. Yeah. Oliveira said that he went dumb, deaf, and blind with one shot. It, it, everything just blacked out. Yeah. Uh, Patty the Body got like this weird stare on his face. What the fuck? He's like gazing into the universe. He's like looking at this guy across the ring from him, and he's like, "Damn, that guy looks like a man. I ain't fighting boys anymore." Hey, this guy, he looks like he ran through uh, uh, um, the Russian mountains, and he wrestled the bear, killed it, and got his skin. He made a fire. He caught a rabbit that night, and then he made his way down the mountain the next day and made way in. And now he's in front of fucking Patty Pimlet here. Patty the Batty. Let's go, Patty. Let's go. Let's see what Patty does. Patty got the braids. Here we go. Round one for Patty the Batty. Oh, he just missed Patty. Oh shit, Patty yoked him up. He's trying to roll out right now. I don't know if any of y'all watching this. Patty got him in like a little chokey choke. But that arm is underneath. You can't choke him like that. His arm, he might got this. Oh shit. He might got this. Oh, yo, Patty gotta watch out he don't blow up his arms. No, he put him to sleep. He put him to sleep. He put him to sleep. Patty put him to sleep. Oh shit, Patty put him to sleep. Sleep, sleep. Oh shit. Job well done. Job well done. He's a beast. He's a beast.
He needs some milk.
Hey, yo, he needs some milk. Wake him up. Sleep, sleep, baby, he's sleeping. Damn, Patty's celebrating. Patty is celebrating. Congratulations, my man. He got it done. He got it done. Got it done. So what happened was, homeboy came out, swung at Patty like hard. He threw a kick. Then he went underneath and he tried to attack Patty and he tried to like grab his legs. Patty the Batty spun around, grabbed his neck. They started rolling around like fucking two alligators and a gator roll, right? Then Patty came out on top and he had his neck like this, and Patty put his two legs like over him and he kept his head right here, right? Then he had him stretched out. Patty's legs, it was in a funny place. But he had his chin right there, and the ref grabbed the dude's hand and it went limp. And he was out sleeping. And he tapped Patty on the shoulder, the ref. It's like, let him go. Let him go. His body went limp. He was out cold. He was out cold. He choked him out. Wasn't by a punch, it was by a choke. He did it. He did it. He did it. Patty the Batty did it. He did. He got the victory, and that's what counts. Good win. Good win. Good win. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's see what Conor McGregor got. Is he old, washed up? You done? After you fought Floyd? You know what I'm saying? The one good thing I can say about Conor McGregor, that motherfucker went 10 rounds with Floyd Mayweather, bro. He went 10 rounds. Can you do that? Can you do 10 rounds with Floyd? I don't think so. I ain't making out the first round. That was dope. Man, I'm waiting to see if they make any of these announcements with Zuffa. Because Dana White can do what he wants, man. He's the president in the UFC, and he's the CEO and the head promoter at Zuffa. So he's got Shakur and them. I don't know if he sent them home because he got mad because he couldn't announce the fight with Conor Benn and Ryan like he wanted to. I think he would have got sued by Oscar, you know, and Oscar had the right to break the contract if you don't give Oscar the right to announce the fight type shit. So I think Dana was mad that he couldn't announce the fight, you know? I think he was. What kind of Jedi Knight is that? It is the dark saber. Oh shit! I like that feature. Not bad. That shit is dope. Which one's this one? This shit is dope. I be going through all these settings. It's like 39 settings and fucking, and then after the 39 settings, there's like 12 movie settings that also give you, it's like mad different. It's mad different settings and shit. So I'll be learning more of them all the time when I be going through them, skipping through them, because if you flick your wrist like that, it brings you to the next one. And then there's like actual tracks or whatever in the sword, in the saber and shit. So that starts to rotate other kinds of like Jedi swords and Jedi styles that it comes out with. It's got like the regular way the sword comes out. You got the regular way, and then it's got the movie way. If I turn off the light and I turn it on, that shit looks like it's sparkling, like it's going like that. That one, that way is dope. I think that's like on channel 14. I remember that those ones. I can do that one. And then like the one that I use that cheese and it scrapes against the wall and shit. Like the saver is cool. Look at Conor McGregor. He got a mohawk. He went and shaved his head like a mohawk. Like from day one when Conor McGregor was rocking the mohawk before the UFC. That's when he was a killer. Conor was rocking the mohawk. Yo, and for the first time, here we go. The fight is happening now. The next fight. Uh this is what I do know. I have, like I said, I haven't been up with the UFC in quite some time. But from what I do know, Max Holloway, he went into this phase in his career where he stopped sparring. He stopped sparring to take less damage because, in fact, Max Holloway is one of the few fighters in the UFC that basically grew up in the UFC. He started in the UFC like 20 years old, some shit like that, Max Holloway. He really had a long career in the UFC. So what he did was he stopped sparring, and I think in his last fights that affected him, with like the Oliveira fight, where when he fought, in fact, when he fought Ilya Taporte, when he fought him, he didn't spar. So I wanted to see if he actually sparred against anybody against Conor for preparing for Conor McGregor, and in fact, he did. Shit, he even asked Dustin Poirier to come help him, but Dustin Poirier got into that little altercation that I'm pretty sure most of you saw online. You know, I don't want to bring that up. Shout out to Dustin Poirier. I like you. He's a hell of a guy. I hope he, everything's well, okay for him. So but yes, Max Holloway did do sparring for the preparation for Conor McGregor. So let's see what Conor McGregor looks like. We know his history, but oh, if I'm talking about Errol Spence Jr. coming back to fight Tim Tszyu after 3 years out of the ring, right? 3 years out of the ring. You got this dude, Conor McGregor. He hasn't fought in 5 years. The hell you want me to do? I'm just hopeful for the man. I can't tell you Conor McGregor is gonna go in there and do what after 5 years. Come on, guys. Max Holloway got knocked out, yes, but still, at least he's fighting. Oh, and let me remind you, that was the first time Max Holloway's ever been knocked out. So it's not like Max Holloway been knocked out. He had a damaged career type shit. I can't remember anybody ever knocking out Max Holloway. Not even Conor McGregor did that to him. The first time they fought, they went the distance. I'm not sure, bro. I think Max Holloway drags Conor McGregor out to deep waters. Conor McGregor has always had a problem with his gas tank. Always. He's going to take him out to deep waters. I understand now the significance of that life jacket that he had on. Max Holloway. He was wearing like a green fucking life vest. He had like a green life vest. It looked like a bulletproof jacket, but that's what it was. It wasn't a bulletproof jacket. I thought he came out there in a bulletproof like jacket attire type shit, but he wasn't. That's a life vest. That's a signal for that he's gonna drag Conor McGregor out into deep waters and drown him. And that would be his best way to victory. And it's gonna be shameful because for all the shit Conor McGregor did in the UFC, all the fighters are gonna have their last laugh on him. Dustin Poirier did. He got one on fucking Max Holloway, and now Max Holloway can beat him now. And I don't know, man. How old is Conor McGregor now? Is he boy? What is he? How old is Conor McGregor? Is he fucking 36, 37, 38, 39, 40? What is he? 5 years out of the ring? Damn. Damn, damn, damn. 5 years. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know how UFC could be any much different. Uh Ring rust is ring rust. Inactivity is inactivity. In any combat sport, you're not going to be up to speed to the fight. Conor McGregor is not a wrestler. He's a striker. Max Holloway's not a striker neither. Sorry. Not a wrestler neither. He's a striker. That's what I meant to say. He's not a wrestler neither. He's a striker. So you basically have two strikers. What I expect to see is two strikers going at it. Connor trying to go for the home run, gassing out. Max Holloway beating him. That's what I expect to see. Place is pretty packed, though. Place is pretty packed. Let's see if we can get this just a little sound here.
Well, hard not to think about BJ Penn when you hear that song, but man, has Max Holloway, Joe, ably taken the torch from the legendary Penn and become his state's face of mixed martial arts. A nice moment there with his wife and, of course, his son, Rush. Max Holloway with a huge opportunity to face a returning Conor McGregor tonight.
I mean, he is one of the all-time greats, one of the absolute all-time legends. Wow. One of the best featherweights of all time.
As of right now,
champion, fought the best of the best.
The odds
every weight class he competed
kind
in.
of slipped
he's just a
over towards
so
McGregor, but for the most part,
you can't overemphasize
Max Holloway is still the favorite in this
just
fight.
an incredible
So if you're
fighter.
wondering,
And I think one of the big factors in this fight is pace. We're dealing with a main event fight. If this goes into the deep rounds, Max Holloway has shown time and time again that he can keep up an insane pace. The most significant strikes landed of any fighter in UFC history. That is not a small feat. That is a huge factor. If he can survive the early onslaught by Conor McGregor, he can keep a pace that very few fighters can stand. And especially when he's not cutting weight to make 145 pounds or even 155. He's essentially walking in at his natural weight. He'll be completely healthy.
He's coming in on McGregor.
Fight.
I think that's something people miss. That Max Holloway was keeping that pace when he was severely depleting himself to go down to 145.
Right.
That takes a toll on your body. But when we watch Conor McGregor, Max Holloway, we would have never thought that this is who Max Holloway would be. This guy's an absolute savage. Max Holloway's him. Max Holloway is that guy.
Max Holloway's gonna fuck up Conor McGregor, bro. He's gonna
when he
whoop
was
Conor's ass,
like
bro.
he would never lose the title.
Oh,
He was
no.
just that good, and he just ran through people. He's one of the best fighters I've ever seen, and he is a fighter. I said in the build, Max Holloway would fight anybody at any weight because he does not care. He's got that Hawaiian spirit, and tonight he looks to make something right that he thought went wrong so long ago.
Damn, I
He reeled
haven't
off
had too
13
many
straight
shits.
wins after the first
I'm
meeting
not
with
even
Conor
seeing
McGregor.
straight right now.
And tonight in
I'm
his
like this.
33rd
You know what I'm
UFC
saying?
appearance, McGregor shows up in this
Yo,
bracket again.
we gonna try the purple one, purple Urkel. Cause the green one's like an energy one. I'm not trying to have energy right now. I'm trying to go out after this. It's way too hot in this room right now. I'm just fucking around tonight, man. We ain't got really no boxing right now to talk about. So we here watching this Conor McGregor, Max Holloway, UFC. I know we don't do the UFC much, if not at all, but I figured we cover this. Watch this a little bit. Keep us up, having something to talk about. Cheers, gentlemen. Because I like Conor, bro. I fucks with Conor, bro. I like Conor, man. I want Conor to win. I can't lie. I do want Conor McGregor to win. I'll be fucking excited if he fucking wins. Right? Got my little Conor McGregor fucking replica belt up there. But I just don't know. 5 years? Man, I would just be taking Conor on his name at this point. I really don't have anything for you on Conor, what he looks like, what I expect on the world stage right here. I don't know. What if fucking Conor McGregor throws a kick and his fucking leg shatters? You know what I mean? All in the middle of the night. That's how we tap that jaw.
The fighter and competitor
That shit
who
goes.
has done more to elevate and
Oh,
expose the
little
sport of
tank
mixed
tank.
martial arts
Oh,
than
little
anyone
tank tank.
prior. Here is
Hey,
the
yo.
former two-division
Do me a favor,
champion,
hit that like
Conor
button if you're
McGregor.
just tuning in.
He has called this, Daniel, the comeback of all comebacks in sports history, and he is excited
Here
to
we
go
go.
execute it here tonight.
Well, I don't think you can doubt what Conor McGregor is saying. This is a guy that so
Conor
many
McGregor's about to hit
thought would
the ring.
never fight again.
He's about to hit
But
the
here
ring.
we are on the doorstep
He's about to fight
of the return of
Max
the biggest
Holloway.
star in mixed martial arts history.
Once upon a
I
time,
talk
they
about the comparison,
shared the
and
octagon
they do
together.
not live in mixed
13 years
martial arts.
ago,
We're talking about a guy
believe, to be
that
exact.
elevated the entire sport.
But since
Now,
then,
Conor
they
McGregor's
have
fine.
both had
Conor McGregor can talk,
different careers.
but that talking and all that does not work if you cannot fight.
Conor McGregor got the
Conor
old
McGregor
band
won,
back
and he
together.
won at an elite level.
Oh
That
shit, he's got his
is
old
special.
coach in the corner.
Let's see if he can recreate that one more time. Reality is, it's not supposed to happen. But if anybody can make it happen, it's notorious Conor McGregor.
The fact that it's not supposed to happen is what makes it so exciting. Because
See,
we want
they
to
even Joe
believe.
Rogan
I
and
want to believe that he
Daniel
can come back
Cormier
after
saying
5
it.
years and
It ain't supposed to happen. Conor's not supposed to win this fight. I'm just being honest, man. Like the fact that he got 5 years away, uh, it's really concerning. We saw one of our legends, Manny Pacquiao, after 5 years. He came back and fought Mario Barrio, and what many fight fans felt was a very, very close fight. Um, some people felt like he didn't do enough to beat the champion Mario Barrio, and Mario Barrio skated out of that night with a margin of victory. A margin of victory. You know, you know, he almost lost his belt that night against Manny Pacquiao, and we saw Manny Pacquiao um after 5 years come back and perform. We saw Sugar Ray Leonard come back in a similar against the Marvelous One, right? So we saw like there are certain men that can come back and perform, but it really, that really entails on the fighter. What were they doing the entire time they were inactive in boxing? Were they staying in shape? Where they're in the gym still, that has a lot to play into it. Not every fighter that had a long layoff took the layoff the same way. You understand? So, I'm curious to see what Connor looks like tonight. My anxiety's through the roof right now. Yeah, like Connor was one of those dudes, man, and his name rang bells. He's 37 years old. So Connor's 37, Max is 34. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. So the age ain't bad. The age ain't bad. Um, let's just see. The age gap is not bad. It's just the inactivity of 5 years. That's where a lot of my concern would come in. Frontline, you're wrong. Donaire can't touch anyway at 118 if they both at their prime. I don't think he can beat Naoya anyway neither. But my co-host is sometimes delusional. He sips that funny juice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, baby. They both look good. McGregor looks good. Max Holloway looks good. Uh, we're about to get a fight. We're about to find out. But like you're right, and I'm right. I don't think there's any fighter that could have beat Naoya Inoue at 118. That's just that's where I think Naoya Inoue was his best. 118. He was good in the lower weight divisions as well. He was equally strong. But it all really came together for him at 118. I don't think there's a man alive that can beat him at that weight, to tell you the truth. Gentlemen, I have to get up and use the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get this fight started. It looks good, though. Looks good. That place looks like they sold a few tickets. They might have sold 1 or 2 tickets. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I don't know what they're going to do about this.
Sold out T-Mobile Arena.
Fuck it. Let's hear it.
Some fans wondered aloud if this would ever happen. Conor McGregor is back. And man, does he have a challenge in front of him tonight as Max Holloway moves up to 170 pounds to welcome McGregor back to the proving ground. McGregor trying to get off to a fast start as it brings.
Squeaks and kicks and flips again.
Conor fell twice.
And now McGregor's on his back on the ground. And what the fuck is he doing?
Oh, good right hand from Holloway.
Good right hand from Holloway. Hands up.
McGregor back to his feet, 30 seconds. Go.
Slipping around a bit on the mat.
Oh, there's a third slip.
What's going on with his leg?
Holloway's looking at the referee because he feels as though McGregor maybe is injured. Mike Beltran says keep working. Oh, man.
What the fuck is
It's so
this?
weird that he just keeps falling every time like that.
McGregor is looking bad.
Every time he throws.
Like there's something wrong with his leg. And that's that leg. It's the leg that he
His
broke.
leg is compromised already.
Oh, and now, look, that's going to do it.
Oh my God.
About as anticlimactic an end as there could be. McGregor's injured. There's some injury he's dealing with.
But why did they? It looks like his right leg.
Is it his ACL or something?
What the fuck is this bullshit? Conor McGregor threw his leg out.
Max Holloway, ever the sportsman, didn't want to inflict further punishment. Massive disappointment for Conor McGregor. My gosh.
That is crazy. Oh, he threw a kick.
Maybe he blew out his knee.
Yes.
Yeah.
When he,
I think he blew out his knee, yeah.
When he jumped and threw that first kick, back it up to the first one. Watch when he jumped in the very first kick that he threw. When he ran out, he jumped up to throw it and blew out his right knee.
Are you kidding me?
Let's watch it from the very beginning. Watch it again.
What the fuck?
Take it from the beginning of the fight, please. You can see he runs out at the start of the fight, jumps and throws a kick. Watch this. So as he steps forward, watch this. He steps. Now watch his right leg. He steps on it, and right there.
Oh, yep. Yep, you can see it already.
Right
Yep,
there.
you can see it in his face. You saw it. You saw it in his face whenever he did it.
My gosh.
And then he tries to throw it again, and it buckles and gives out on him
Every
again,
time.
and he winces in pain. It's his right knee.
Wow.
That's crazy. That is literally crazy. Look, it gives.
Oh, that's embarrassing, bro. Conor McGregor went out there and threw a kick and blew out his own knee. Holy shit balls. What that's an embarrassing way to come back. 2 fights with Leggett. He is done. I'm sorry. Conor McGregor, bro. That has gotta be the worstest fucking outcome. 90K on that kind of fight. That person is upset. Wow. This is embarrassing. This was embarrassing. I can't believe that shit. He blew his knee out on the first fucking. Are you serious? He looked strong though when Max was punching him. He looked like he wore the punches well. Connor. He might get another fight. I don't know. Uh Unfortunate, man. Wow. I don't know what to say. I'm a little speechless. I didn't expect that outcome. Uh wow. Wow. Conor McGregor jumped up in the air when he landed. He twisted his own knee, buckled his own knee, and could not continue in the fight. I don't know what to say. I stood up for this shit. This is what I stood up for. Wow, UFC. Anyway, that's why I watch boxing. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Uh, for what? I don't know. But yeah, yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like button for me. At least show your boys some support. I was here with you guys rocking out, making sure hopefully you guys had something to watch for the rest of your night. So thank you for tuning in here, guys. Didn't get the results I was expected. But it is what it is. And we're on to the next one. He can't rumble no more. No, he can't. That man is almost hitting 40 years old. He jumped in the air one time and broke a wheel. Fuck out of here, bro. He's done. He's done. Good night, gentlemen. This was just a sad day for the UFC. Sad day. UFC down bad. Down bad. UFC